Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Confidence. Its one-year mission, to train the next generation of Starfleet, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to help all go where no one has gone before. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Nat 13's Star Trek Ascendance. I am your Game Master, August Schmidt, and with me, as always, this time of the week, is the wonderful members of the Strike Team. Strike Team. And of course, Sal will be happening. Sal will be coming in just a moment. With Dahina, Vaal, Black Opal, and Gibbon, we are ready. Last we met, bit of a tribble infestation. We had some problems aboard, but through some high shenanery of the highest order, sailing a transport through the hallways of the Confidence, we're able to save medical personnel and patients in need, make it to the Yorktown Starbase, and you've all started discussing these dark implications of your lives. Not only about some of the more unfortunate circumstances, but the timing that was going on with a lot of what's been happening, and almost as if something is being planned. Indeed, talking with Nemorum, who is with the bridge crew. Come on in. Perfect. We're adjusting the recap.
Lizard boy!
Lizards.
I'm ready to eat.
Lizard.
And, of course, we gotta give a quick round of applause to amazing actress and abilities in the show. Real quick. You got it.
Sorry.
Show my appreciation.
That'll make no sense except for all of us in this room, but well done. That was beautiful. Just puppet clapping. As you guys talked with Nemorum, learning about how the bridge crew had found tritanium, or rather some interesting tritanium, where it seems almost a little too pure, almost like something's going on with it, that when nuclear fission occurred, involved a bit of time travel, right? It sent Orson back in time, and Nemorum told you all this because even though technically the bridge crew wanted this under wraps, he's technically not Starfleet. He is still a member of the Imperium. He's just on board your ship as a goodwill hunting kind of no, that's a movie. A goodwill transport transplant. Black Opal, having now made a bit of discovery in your own mind for some more of your abilities, as well as the Owl now being a little more in control of your own emotions. Dahina, a lot now information that your sister, Taylor, is, shall we say, looking for you, or rather offered up saying, if you're interested. Gibbon, just everything going on with some of your blood work that Alice figured out. And, of course, Sal.
You're full.
You're full. Sal had quite the snack last time. It was kind of fun.
Snack time for Sal.
Snack time for Sal. What you would all know then is you are all going to get the ability to take a long rest. As it was a crazy long time between, oh gosh, I mean, we really haven't truly long rested, I think, since, like, Starbase Alkali, like, after everything with the Jem'Hadar and the Changeling. It's been a wild time where some people have gotten sleep, some people haven't. This is the first time since, well, you know, quite a few Stardate, that you guys have had a chance just to relax. Go to your own personal quarters, take a good, 8-hour, that idea of a Type 5, just let sleep.
8-hour Type 5.
An 8-hour Type 5, You go in, you do a quick set, and then you sleep. But as you are all resting, what I would ask then is, first of all, we kind of get to zoom into your personal luxury quarters. These are personal little apartments that everyone gets. Starfleet, kind of for you guys being this momentous occasion, wanted to spruce it up a little, say, hey, let's give everyone their own. Even if it's not big, it's yours. And we'll kind of go around the room, whoever wants to go first, and kind of describe maybe what your quarters look like, kind of what the living space is going.
Who's starting?
Whoever wants to. It's kind of an open, thinking of, what would my room be like?
This is our luxury quarters.
Luxury
or our
quarters.
normal quarters?
These are your luxury quarters. These give
Which
and
are
both.
your normal
So it's got everything from like sonic showers to like
Sonic
beds.
Sonic Underground. Okay, that's all I can say.
There's at
Okay,
least
copyright.
one crew member on the ship who has a Sonic themed shower,
Good!
and if you can find out who, I will give you a
How many
equivalent of a
levels?
magic
How
item.
many levels? No, Come
Not level for finding a Sonic shower. Never. If you can find the one crew member who has a Sonic themed shower, you'll get the equivalent of a magic item. It's a side quest that has just
I would
appeared
like
on the
to
board.
Roll for not perception.
Roll for Sonic?
Insight.
Insight because I have advantage on insight.
Oh my gosh.
But
Here's
inside
what I'll
of
say.
who?
I will say, it could be Sal. If you go to like cafeteria,
Mhm.
there's about usually a good sixth of the crew, which is about 50 people involved. If
So
you
we
want
like
to give
luck
me,
and insight.
yes, right. It's kind of a luck insight of
Can I help?
narrowing down. No help action because Sal already has
Can I give her
advantage.
disadvantage?
Given which of you?
Is it given?
Go ahead, Sal. Let's.
Yeah, why would someone have
Yeah,
Sonic
Sweating.
We're
Yeah.
gonna give me advantage.
Could I check the holodeck to see if they have
Guidance.
Guidance.
I'm using a guidance.
Guidance. All right, Sal.
Okay.
So
See
plus
what you get.
And that's advantage. Okay. So that's a 19 regular. Plus 5, so that's a 24 insight.
Is that with your guidance?
No.
It's a D4, my friend.
So it's a
Oh
D4.
my gosh.
So 24.
Please.
Already
That's
20.
a 28.
I hate this.
Yeah, where's Sonic?
I wanted
Yeah, where's
this.
Sonic?
Where is he?
I wanted the
Sal, you got a 28.
Yeah.
That does not beat the
The DC 208.
DC 30.
Right?
To find their Sonic
No,
shower.
Did you 50?
on a 50, Sal.
Did you say
Is it the one that was trying to riz you?
Please start looking through. No, actually, unfortunately, you go through and eventually come
Gus's
upon
character.
a character on the ship. Their name is Leakin.
Lincoln?
Excuse me?
It does have Len apostrophe Kan. Lincoln.
Like Lincoln Park.
Yeah, right. But not total. Like, Lincoln.
Named after the class band, of course.
Lincoln, as you would know just based on uniform, is in the command track. So he's wearing red uniform. You do the insight. It's very
perceive?
looking around. You notice that this ensign is really, really interested in the current discussion of 21st century video games that a couple people are having. It's kind of the, hey, a couple of us are going down. I guess someone uploaded a holodeck sim for like a retro arcade from Earth, if anyone's interested. And so a lot of people are talking, and you see Lincoln is very, very interested. Complete happenstance. This was just a name on my list. I didn't really.
What's his stance on The Last of Us Part 2?
You see though, Sal,
We
he
gotta,
was
we gotta know
talking.
what kind of person this is.
Would you like to confront them about their shower arrangements?
Do it. You're gonna
You've heard the
backfire.
rumor. The rumor has gone around on ship.
I know it is true.
Yeah, I'll confront him. Not in a menacing way, but
I walk up behind Sal with my hand on my phaser.
Well, you see, as
You
eating,
just see like anime style of Alex slides out from the shadows.
you see,
Slides back.
Lincoln is eating a rather like I don't want to say simple meal, but it's kind of that like he's got a plate of nachos with a quick water glass, just kind of like a snack, like let's carbo load it quick before my shift.
like me and my rats.
What's a quick water glass?
A quick water glass. It's specifically designed
it's
in
not
the
like
cylindrical
anything else.
shot glass style, so you can lift up this water glass and go, and just down in one.
I'm
It's
gonna
Sonic themed.
Does it have
It's
a
not a
hedgehog
thing,
head
that's
on
quick.
the topper?
It does not
like a
currently have a
Sonic
hedgehog.
hedgehog.
I'm sorry.
Stop.
You know what? I'm not sorry.
No.
This is what you expect from us.
I have a question.
So he sees you approach and kind of looks up, just, hey, Commander, what can I do for
Because
you?
you're my superior.
Because you're
Yeah,
Commander,
yeah.
right? So he,
What is your stance on Sonic the Hedgehog?
well, the Earth game 21st century. No, it's a fun one. I I have some siblings. This one sibling I like. They really liked playing the game when we were growing up.
His eyes glazed over.
Yeah.
Gee whiz.
Do you have a Sonic themed bathroom?
Go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
Now can I give her help?
I'll say yes.
Guidance!
Please do.
Good lord. The strike team all comes with this one guy trying to eat like dinner and just like
Okay.
I
Well,
think
that
I
was a
walked
nat
up and I'm just like,
15.
Compress somehow
Nat
and
13.
Nat 13.
We're
but plus
we're
one,
natural
so 14 plus my guidance.
You know?
Not 13.
And I think I walk up and I'm like, I
Which
fucking
was a
love
4,
Dig Dug.
so wait, 13.
Just like,
I also want to let you guys know
That
I've
was an
forgotten
18.
to take notes
18.
in my notebook
and
until now.
18
So the
is
first
higher-
note I have is of this guy with the Sonic.
18 does beat I only rolled a 17.
Wing pen, Sonic shower, command track. And
On the 13, here's what we'll give
two
you.
video games.
Yeah, because it's a nat
Not
13.
just water. Carbo load, which means he likes to
I would like your choice in let's see here. I want we are not going to give that. Here we go. Okay, I'll give you a choice, right?
Okay.
Would you rather have a weapon that is a bit cool, or would you rather have armor to the extent of like overlaid armor? Because again, it goes underneath the uniform, like an armor inlay that would beef you in other ways,
Hmm.
not just AC, shall we say?
Okay, let me see, because I already have natural armor, which
Mhm.
would go away if I
Oh, that's true.
have
Yeah,
armor.
that is the
unless you inlaid it into your skin.
Oh, don't.
Tattoo.
A new
No.
layer on.
I bet the all
I was gonna
could
say-
do that procedure.
Yeah, actually, okay, yeah. I can see
Armor
that.
tattoo.
Are we gonna do armor?
It's
tattoo?
basically an augmentation at that point of just, hey, here's this tech.
So would it count as natural armor if I do that?
Yeah, if you take the time, inlay it, yeah.
Okay, so it's the choice between the armor with beefs other than AC
Mm-hmm.
or weapon.
Yeah.
Let's see. I tend
Cool
to
weapon.
cool
A
weapon.
cool weapon. It's really cool.
Let's see. What do I even have? Because I've only ever really done like melee stuff. I just chomp mostly. Because that's like my beefiest thing.
Maybe it's like
I have a small question.
metal casings for your teeth.
I don't know.
Has the word spy ever been used when we discuss about this, or has it always been mole?
Always been mole,
Good.
actually. Yeah. Nat 13s are the best and worst, because then it's like, oh, dang, I have to choose.
I
So,
know. Yeah.
yeah.
She's thinking of it
I'll let the dice decide for me.
Smart. There we go.
again.
We'll do
Smarts,
the
not stray smarts.
armor.
She's
So that's the second choice.
You watch. Lincoln immediately gets something from the table, puts a hand on your shoulder, and tries to like lead you away. Just like, what? No, that's such a weird rumor, and it's kind of like leading you out of the cafeteria. But I definitely feel like we should totally go down. We can play the game in the hall. The second door closes. Please don't tell anyone. I will give you anything. Please don't tell anyone. I've been trying to get the decals out. I thought it would be a really good thing. I got a commission my first day, and now suddenly everyone's talking about it. And please, 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 please.
I'll not tell anyone. If you give me something super cool.
Yes, done. He runs back to his quarters, runs back to you.
Hands you a Funko Pop.
So this is no.
I eat it.
It's a hedgehog. How cute.
Hey, cook.
This is
Pet
the
bug.
breastplate of knowledgeable battle.
Ooh.
Bruh.
That already like.
You ready for this? This is what's wild. I'm not making this. This isn't my stats here. The breastplate of knowledgeable battle gives you a +3 to your intelligence ability score. Once
Bruh.
per day, you can choose to auto save against an intelligence saving throw if you otherwise would have failed. So if you're already succeeding and rolling, you're fine. But if you would have failed, you can say, "This
I'm
will
gonna
take it
autosave
for
that.
me."
Okay.
He says, This is it's a smart kinetic armor. I've had it for a while, but I never really use it because again, I thought it was going into ops, and I swapped command a couple years ago. Take it. I don't. It may not fit you right now, but just take it. It's fine. It's fine. It's cool. Just
This will be useful.
I'm getting the decals taken down tomorrow. Like it's not even like
I put my hand on his shoulder, my giant scaly hand. Live your life.
Thank you.
Have the Sonic bathroom.
This thing.
Was that him breaking down?
Yeah, it just.
Don't let anyone tell you can't have a Sonic shower.
Commander. And he runs away.
Okay, as a side note,
What a random sight. Damn it, I'm never doing that again. That was weird.
tiny side note, that isn't as big as that.
I love that.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, wait, what was the armor called again?
So, the breastplate of knowledgeable battle.
That's too fun.
That's cool.
It will increase your intelligence ability score by 3.
I think Strike Team should just start doing a ton of side quests.
I mean, it's like we're just
Well,
the
we're
side
roaming
quest.
the ship looking for people. But once
So the
per
autosave on
House, Commander, I have a question.
once per day and a once a day like auto save if you
Okay.
fail to be like it's basically it's an intelligence save where it's like you're getting hit or something happening and like it takes
So,
an impact for
finally
you.
awake.
Gotcha.
We got kidnapped crossing the interstellar
Crossing
border.
We just gotta start blackmailing people for cool items that they have.
Every time we go
Basically.
to black,
Okay.
it just wakes
Yeah.
up into the sky.
So it's cool armor that you get.
So what do our rooms look like?
This all started because of a freaking Sonic shower.
Think of
Sonic
a rainforest cafe. That's what Sal's room looks like.
I love it.
Animatronics and
Animatronics.
shivers.
Are they
It's
all
like,
missing their
if you-
heads?
Do you have that tree?
Well,
That
but
grandmother tree?
No, like
that's-
every 3 minutes there's like the little rainstorm.
the rainstorm, and it's easy enough to install like the humidifier that
Yeah.
kind of so it like gives the kind of like nice
And
temp
there's
that
like
you need.
a big
The tree
glass
puppet
cage
is
in
a
the back with
deterrent.
all my rats. The little breeding program Lincoln and I started.
Mhm.
Or
Gibbon.
Gibbon and I started.
Yeah, Lincoln would have started the
Lincoln
hedgehog.
would have started the hedgehog.
Lincoln.
He might.
No, he's already weird enough. He's good. He has his things. He has his joys. Who else wants to talk about their room as we're kind of settling in for a long rest? Val?
So the owls is actually quite cool tone.
Okay.
Yeah. Because it's there's a lot of because white is kind of like one of the default colors of the ship, which is often used in a lot of buildings on Vulcan to help prevent the sun.
Very marble
right?
color, yeah.
But the thing is there's a lot of cool tones. If there was a work of art that I love, written by the great Hatsune Miku, she had this guess my joke, shut up! There's this house called Ravenclaw in her book. And it's kind of that vibe.
Yeah.
Very astral, very books.
Data pads, books,
The bed is
scrolls.
definitely not center anymore. It's been shoved against the wall so that there's more room for work.
Yeah.
And especially this is where I bring a little bit back into comedy because, you know, I have the owl has a bit of a board that says the word mole, ? And there's multiple pictures of moles from Earth, moles from other planets, because Vulcan does not have moles.
What is a mole?
And so it's like,
Can I
earthworms? Peanut
One
butter.
of these. They're
How to travel
edible?
mole? Harpoon? ? That's a legitimate way to get rid of moles.
yeah, no, it's wildly
Harpoon.
effective.
Plunger? Early morning and evening. I circled.
Someone on the ship is a burrowing small mammal from Earth or other planets, and
Sal-
we
and
must
then,
find
of
them.
course, there
And Sal
is-
can eat them.
Yeah, Sal. And one of them is Sal. Operation Sal is one of the options.
Do we put
You
Sal
got
in the
animal.
Jeffries tubes for just a week and just like flush out?
See what happens.
Right, see what happens.
No, but okay.
There we go.
Other than that funny little
Yes.
side tidbit, there is a little bit of a very nice state-of-the-art like rat living space. It's not caged, but it's, you know how those that have like the tubes and
yeah.
they have
Oh,
enrichment in it. That
You
is
had your rat friend. I'm like, are you making snacks for Sal too?
No, yeah, no. Everyone is so nice on this ship. Wow, you have a little snack bowl by your door. Oh my gosh.
Big time.
Cool. But no, yeah.
no, for Tunimer, and
Yeah.
but the thing is you can definitely tell it's not lived in.
Yes.
If that makes sense. Every single waking moment of her spare time that is not resting, or trying to help the ship, or being on the strike team, she is in the medical bay.
I like it. Cool. What I would say is, would anyone else like quick do the room tour, so to speak? Yeah.
I was kind of joking with the Rainforest Cafe thing, but
Oh, okay.
I will say that Sal's room is very humid. Has lots of
the
house
mold
plants.
in there.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Lots of houseplants with the little cage for the rats, of course, and a little heating lamp right above the bed so I can bask.
Oh, yeah, right. You want, yeah. I like it.
Basking in the quote unquote sun.
The sun.
I don't know much about actual Gorns. I'm just making.
It's
them
very
I'll
similar.
buy it, man.
Yeah, like I would assume, like
I mean,
if you're
I'm
a
upset
reptilian
that
race,
there was no moles on Vulcan.
well, if you're a reptilian race, you're
If I do
gonna
go into
want.
Val's room, better keep that rat
The
under wraps.
Sal alternative.
No,
No,
save our
consider the
others.
final option. It's the finest.
Thoughts on rooms? Anything they want to like build into the world?
I feel like mine would just be like Gibbons is very much like a bachelor's,
Like
right?
it.
Very sparse for like furniture isn't the right word.
Then.
He has a bed,
Hmm.
and I think he has like a folding chair in a corner. No desk near it, just like a single like he literally just like sits
It's
in it. And just, like,
dorm vibes.
yeah.
There are books just.
And then he has two really nice hooks on the wall for when he's sleeping, so he can put his spear and his axe. Puts them up every night, or sleeps with them under his pillow, depending on what happened during the day.
Mm.
That's it. It's just an empty
love
room. Maybe
it.
there's a sweat stain on
Yeah.
the floor where he works out and like is doing a million crunches or something, but it's just like nothing.
I love it.
Unless you
Oh.
open his closet. And then there's like 8 different uniforms that are all identical with a floral pattern.
I love
That's
it.
all.
That's all.
That's amazing.
Go
Yeah,
ahead,
that's
design
it. You have the
yourself.
floor.
Oh,
Black Opal, his room is pretty big because
Okay, yeah,
I'm
oh,
pretty big. So, in just like a small corner, he has like the little cages, look just like a little thing. But then against the door, he has like a little pad that kind of controls the vibes of the room. He has a hammock that goes on like 2 posts in the room as like his bed. And whenever he hits the data pad thing, it kind of like does a hollow-ish kind of thing. So then it like will swap the posts to be like palm trees, and he'll be like on the beach, and then he'll like go and press another button, and it'll be like a cottagecore hammock.
Yeah, I love it.
We'll go. He'll be like Greek pedestals, and he'll be like in Athens, just like chilling, and then he'll have like little holograms of people coming up and like, oh, great and mighty.
Oh, we
Like,
can
be
tell
gone,
some
peasants.
people's personality.
Wild. All right.
He just like sat down and programmed a bunch of like different fun little
Yeah.
things, and every once in a while we'll come up with a new one to just mess around with. Of like, I'm tired of the Greek with the peasants. Now I'm gonna be in like a castle. And
With the peasants.
But the peasants
Yes,
are
with the
dressed
peasants.
Apparently.
differently.
Excellent.
but they're different peasants.
They're wearing pumpkin pants.
Yeah.
And if
Uh,
you don't believe that's a real thing, get educated.
What I would
But
then
I'll switch
say
the vibes.
is, Dahina, would you like to introduce any of your room? Any thoughts?
Yes. Okay. So, there's a bunch of like prints of like famous artworks from different planets, but they're
Clever,
like all the most like a pixelated Mona Lisa, and it's like obviously just the most. I'm trying to be sophisticated vibe. There's like a bookshelf with like classics from different, you know.
Grady stock photo.
Yeah.
I know, I like it. Like, and then
With classics from different planets, but they're all obviously like never been touched, and it's very messy, disaster area. And if you look on the bed, hidden like kind of under a corner of the blanket, there's a very old, raggedy stuffed animal of a little dog with like a unicorn horn, but like an alien dog thing. And yeah, and it's
I
obvious
love
that
it.
she's had it for a long time. Like it's missing one
Yeah.
eye,
Oh my
legs
gosh.
coming off.
as you have these rooms, taking that moment for, again, a long time to rest, the hum of the warp core is just that lovely bit of white noise, that vroom, 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 vroom. And you are all able to take a long rest that will refill hit points, abilities, and spells. What I now need to ask is, you would all be asleep, but something did happen last time that might be fun if people kind of see her over here. Can everyone please make me it'll be perception with disadvantage, but it's just because you're sleeping right now. It's that natural, like, it might wake you up, might not. Yes, Val.
I don't sleep. I go into trances.
You too go into trances. This will help you out, Val. This will help you out. 15. So,
I got
Val,
15.
you'll make yours with
Just flat.
flat. So, two
Oh, I
15s.
forgot to
Dirty
roll
20.
twice. Never mind, it's a 5.
Dirty 20, I rolled a 16 and an 18.
Nice.
Wow. All right.
That's a good feel.
Poison.
Nat 13 plus 5.
All right. Not 13 plus 5. Cool.
You're not going to do nat 13?
I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I need to get everyone's quick
I'm
perception.
Gotta see what everybody's got.
See what's going on.
Pursue!
Pursue.
That's gonna help.
Purdue University?
Helping people receive their education online since 1957.
57.
Don't.
Okay, that was also a nat 13
Don't.
plus 5.
Are you
So
writing
that
down
I'm-
Purdue?
Finding a fact.
It wasn't 1950. I just said
1869.
we cut off 100 years of heritage.
Hey, 69.
By John Purdue.
It's
Go to
Purdue,
Purdue.
but his name was Purdue.
We've been
John
Purdueing
Brown.
since 69.
So, 2 nat 13s and a 20. Val, your choice is kind
Sorry.
of yours in this moment. Because, again, as a Vulcan and some of the stat stuff just that works in with the D&D format, you technically don't need to sleep. It's more or less how we describe it is, even though your eyes might be closed, it is more of a trance where you're a lot more aware of your surroundings.
I can sleep. It's not
exactly.
that, like, the thing
So-
is she doesn't feel like sleep is necessary. All she needs to
What
do
I
is
would give you then, the choice is for Sal and Val. Would you like to stay awake? Like, you think you could get like I don't need a true long rest. I could stay awake and do stuff. And for Val, it's almost the opposite of, I could actually sleep. So I could take this time and like actually like rest my body, my like true shut off, if that makes sense.
I think I'll stay awake a little bit because like I didn't really lose any hit points and I had all those temporary HP from Hungry Jaws. So I might just take like a short rest to
Okay.
replenish like Hungry Jaws and all that.
Excellent.
But yeah, I'll just be like pruning my plants and basking in the sun lamp,
Kind of taking a
Laying on a
moment.
warm
taking the
rock.
mist on my face.
It's I don't need to sleep, but I can still relax being awake. No, for sure. And Val, same vibe or
Val
more
does
sleep?
understand the need to relax to regain her energy.
Yeah.
However, she knows that she can be a little bit productive
Okay.
as well
Yeah.
throughout this, and she is going to be doing more research into Commander Weston.
Commander Weston.
Stats, any public profiles before joining Starfleet, during Starfleet.
Yeah, looking up how.
Because it's a little bit, I would not say out of the ordinary, for Commander Weston is of the same rank as me. In the
Commander
field.
Weston, yeah.
But
I'll
even though
start
we're
giving you
thinking
stuff.
things
No
aren't
worry.
words I'm trying to say, coincidences, I want to look into this.
Weston, Weston's 25. Or excuse me, 25. I'm looking at the number 35. 35. So a bit like older than like.
Oh, she's just a young whippersnapper.
Yeah, right. Like for you guys, it's like, well, like it's that like, okay, she may have had like other jobs before Starfleet, and most of her record is like, hey, I did work like civilian-based job in like the nursing and medical field before joining Starfleet.
What average age did you say yours was compared to the human years?
What?
What did you say Tahina was compared to human years?
Old.
Like Mid-40s.
Mid-40s.
In
in
human years.
human years.
So no, not that old.
Not that old, but
No, I was saying that to Shane because he said I was old.
as
young.
you guys
How about
take that moment for Val's kind of looking in, Sal taking a moment of just spruce up for the three of you, for Black Opal, Sal, and Val. There does come a moment during this long rest where you first hear it's a shipwide communication that, like, for you guys, it's that, like, you know, it's a very classic, I'm going to put it on Do Not Disturb, I need to take time to myself. But you see the text and go, oh, well, let me read this communique. The ship, or specifically Captain McTavish, is letting everyone know that we are about an hour away from the neutral zone. Once we head in, we're just going to start scanning for any specific readings with this old Klingon warlord. That during that time, the main goal will be to start in the neutral zone and head towards a few of these star bases that got attacked. They're not true star bases like we would think. They're more just like tiny outposts that were starting to be put up in that, like, hey, it's a neutral zone, but like because we have the treaty with the Klingon Empire, we're gonna kind of make joint little stations together to see, like, kind of like you guys, you know, test run some stuff, see if this works. Still trying to keep the neutral zone neutral, but like maybe there's more than just nothingness here. You guys will get that communique, edge of the neutral zone, knowing that, like, okay, in about an hour we'll reach it. After an hour and a half, so like after an hour, you know it's that natural, okay, we've just entered that space in the neutral zone. Stuff is probably going on upstairs, but again, for a lot of you guys sleeping or doing stuff, you're not on shift. You guys have a moment. A half hour in, can I have everyone here please make me a dexterity saving throw?
Is this something I can see?
It is not.
No.
Even if you were awake, this isn't something you can see.
Ask the cleric to make a dexterity saving throw, they said. It'll be fun, nice.
It will be fun. The DC is 15 for this check.
Didn't get it.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
You got it, you're
Better than
square.
16.
Square.
Same.
Sick. Sal and Black Opal, you are not thrown to the floor as the ship.
Your hammock just
The
rolls,
artificial
turns all the way
gravity
around and you're okay.
turns as the left hallways and the left sides of the room suddenly become the floor. Dahina, Val, Gibbon, all of you are thrown and are prone on the floor. Sal and Black Opal have enough as you're falling, catching yourself, grabbing like a bit of hammock, grabbing stuff, and you are not prone.
I just like to picture like the hammock all of a sudden just like.
That's not
Yeah,
how-
you're still very comfortable, but it's just turned.
And
It's
Sal,
just
it's like,
like
as a
turned, and I'm
lizard, you have a
that's
bit of
not
that
the
like
ceiling.
natural. You can't like total climb stick to walls, but it's not like. Well, that's not normal. Yeah, I can stand here, but I don't want to. As this happens, I will say for sure, Dahina and Gibbon, this would wake you up. Being literally thrown out of bed onto the floor is crazy, right? What would kind of everyone like to do in this moment? Is there any immediate checks people want to start doing, or is it more investigation of what's going on?
Take a cage of rats. Make sure rats are okay.
They look a little rattled, but overall, the rats are fine.
Make
The
sure
rats
it's
are
on
rattling.
tight.
One of the latches had popped, relatched. They're not
Since the
going
last
anywhere.
incident, I have put a oxygen and life support tank inside of Tadamura's cage, which is bolted to the desk, which is bolted to the floor.
There is a
So-
full miniature life support station for your specific pet. Yeah, I'll allow it. Sure.
Can't kill my pet up this time, DM.
I've never killed pets. I don't think.
Have you?
You killed our
Avatar campaign 2 years ago.
I know I got
So-
back, but you
Wasn't
did
there a
kill
pet
them.
unicorn that got eaten in a one shot?
Oh, that was the unicorn had died though in battle. Like I didn't kill it. It was like that natural unicorn gave its life kind of
I
thing.
want my turtle to
It wasn't
Still.
like I actively. Also, that turtle was biting off the hand of a bad guy, and it's a bad guy. What's it gonna do? Yeah, Moonchi, the snapping dragon turtle, got air blasted into
I
a
don't
wall.
trust you anymore.
So I think what I'm doing is making sure I have all my gear on me, and then I'm immediately jumping out into the hallway,
Same.
and just like, I'd probably be like, McTavish, what the hell's going on? But I'd be heading towards the rest of my squad.
I would.
When I hit it, do they come on at all?
No one comes on.
Okay, I'm heading straight to the bridge.
Yeah, I would do the same.
Straight into the bridge.
I
Um,
did describe my pet's life support.
Or
Yeah.
where's
I would
gravity
grab my bag
controlled
of
from?
rats and then go to
Gravity, it's an interesting thing. Most
it
of
down
the
in engines,
systems
or is
would
it-
be down in the engines of like artificial gravity is an engine, but bridge might also be that you would know what's going on because if communications are down, it's going to be hard. That's probably
Yeah,
where they
no,
are.
I'd be going to the bridge because I don't know enough to fix
Going
it.
to the bridge, Black Opal going to the bridge, Salva Aldahina, any specific areas?
So I would first try to communicate with
Same.
my gang.
Comm badges aren't working.
Rig.
Then probably go to the bridge.
Okay.
I'm
so-
not stopping to put my uniform on, so I'm still
Yeah.
in like my pajamas. I have like
Oh, yeah.
little
Salad.
stars
Took
and
mine off.
moons on the.
Yeah, right. It's not like, listen, something's going on.
I do put my comm badge on though, even
Oh.
though it's not working.
For sure.
Sal's got a nice little Starfleet loincloth going. No.
No,
Dude,
please.
that'd be hilarious. I will say, Sal, you and Val, would you also just be going to the bridge as well?
I'd like to insight to see
Ooh.
where the best place
Please
to go.
do so. Please do so.
Same, but I want to see if any medical things are online. Because I feel like just like a medical personnel in our day,
Okay.
she would have a pager and be able to keep a track of life
There's
support
no
systems.
pagers. It's the comm badges.
Or you know what I mean.
Okay.
Well, but that's the thing is everything's running through the ship, and
So there's no
natural
other
19
natural life
Natural.
force
+5. So
Ooh.
but out
Cool.
through a computer to see how medbay is doing.
no, in the sense of tricorder and hookups and stuff kind of go through the med bay. Usually, it's at least on a starship. If you're in med bay, you know what's going on and you have your stuff there. It's also that work-life balance. They're not going to allow people to take it because it's like, listen, if you're not on shift, we want you to be off shift. Like we've got people who are on call, but even if you're like on call, you're not going to be that far away. So I will say you wouldn't have any like immediate, oh, I can check everything. So you would have to
Then
go to
do I
medbay if you
know-
want to.
What I would do to go fix the comms.
Comms, a lot of that would probably be bridge. There might be some stuff, some part of the ship, but like it's kind of as you would know,
I'll
you
try
start bridge area, work your way down.
I'll go to bridge to the communications.
Sal in a 24. There's no red alert on yet, which means one of two things in your mind. It's that natural insight of we've yet, like we're an initiative. We know as D&D players, it's that like, oh, something's happening. For you specifically, it's we're not in red alert. Something's happening. The best view probably would be the bridge.
Okay.
But in the question being, where's the best place? I would say like maybe for you to go. Finding a place on the ship that you can A, see what's going on, find like kind of an open port window, and B, people to talk to and gain information quickly. In that case, you think probably the cafeteria recreation decks are the smartest because a lot of people are there. They've got open port windows to the outside. Like you can see if something's going on outside, you can see people. That's like a very common meeting ground.
Okay.
So, and it's not bad going to the bridge, I should say, for everyone. It's Sal, it's not like this could be very uniquely helpful for you.
Okay. I'm gonna head
I'll
there
find
and then
Lincoln.
cafeteria. Find
You-
Lincoln.
Yeah.
Fine, Lincoln. As everyone is running with beyond Sal, I need perception checks from the four. Everyone not Sal. Sal, you're about to get it for free because you're going somewhere you can see.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 does not beat the DC 25.
How about a 9?
This is a
Can I get like a
horribly
self-guidance,
impossible.
please?
3.
Yeah. Oh, cantrip. Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. originally that would just be 24. Plus guidance, that's
What
plus
did you
2.
roll?
19. I have a plus 5.
Good lord. All right. Val,
Sorry, that's Eleanor being rude, not Val.
you notice something imperceptible. As the chaos begins, people are not around you nearly as often. Running to the bridge, like you see people passing, but if something's going on, there's very few people on the ship right now. Sal, you run into the cafeteria and are going to see two things. Outside the big bay window is something out of a history book. A truly colossal bird of prey Klingon warship, which is many sizes larger than usual, about the size of our Constitution class Starfleet ship. These kind of ships haven't really been in use for almost 200 years. This is early 22nd century stuff. In the cafeteria, there are ensigns and lieutenants and people going about their day who are looking out the port window, immediately starting to run, and you watch every so often, vroom, vroom, are being beamed away.
To the warship, do you think?
Quite possibly, because there's nothing else around. This is the neutral zone. We have yet to even reach one of these destroyed star bases that we were kind of looking for. People are being beamed off the ship.
Okay.
Not ideal.
I'm gonna try comms again.
Take off the
Okay.
com badge. You could get warped over if it's.
Okay, yeah, but
I know,
doesn't
no, we don't know that
yet.
I don't
No.
win the game at all!
So, you...
So my comm badge is not working.
Combat's not working. People are
I
slowly
see
being
people
beamed
being
off.
beamed away. And the comm badge is how we beam each other.
Usually,
Beam
it's
me up,
that
Scotty thing.
quick, like, hey, if I can locate the badge, that's a lot easier than a person.
I'm gonna take mine off and toss it away. And I want insight to see where the rest of my team is because I can't talk to them. So.
I'll say passive insight. You would know, kind of like what a lot of
heading
ensigns,
to the
cadets,
bridge.
a lot of people would be heading to the bridge, or unless they're like specific engineer, they might be going to the warp core because it's that always we don't know if something's about to happen. You know, passive. My team would go to the bridge.
Right. Okay. How far away is the bridge?
From where you're at, this is where I will now ask everyone to roll initiative. Because Sal, if you do like a movement, action dash, that would get you to the bridge.
Okay.
It's running out of the cafeteria into a lift up.
Somebody check it for me.
Alrighty. Val with a nat 20.
Sorry, I'm off my meds, so I'm a little unhinged.
You're good.
I'm very sorry.
Black Opal, what did you get?
Yeah.
11. Dahina, what did you get? 7. 11. 7. Given.
7.
7.
What's your
Twinsies.
dex?
Ooh.
Greenie. What?
What's your
What's
dex?
your dexterity? Yeah, the plus 1, 2, 3, 4. Sal, what did you get?
22.
Oh, that's gonna really help, Sal.
Plus
Uh,
3.
Oh, okay,
Plus
you're
3.
ahead of me. I rolled
Yes.
plus 2.
So, I will say, since you both have a 7, if ever you want to, you could say, "Ooh, do you want to go for me? I could go before you." Like, because you share the initiative and your allies, it could be the let's swap if we want to. I need to make a quick roll for 2 entities. Okay, and that would only be entities. Here's what's really helpful. For Val and Sal, on the 22s, one being nat 20, just one natural, this will help you because something is going to happen on initiative count 20. Very much like what we know, lair actions or like open things, where it's like this is something that kind of just is happening. Val, on that nat 20, you are running towards the bridge and noticing there's not a lot of people around. On your turn, what would you like to do? If you did your movement and dash, you probably will get to the bridge at that point.
I could.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Thanks.
And I should say, the ship right now is also sideways, and so it's not terribly hard yet, but there might be, like, acrobatics, athletics, jumping over stuff, right? It's that
The
natural.
ship's got to be upright. So I will take my dash. I will get everything to get to the bridge.
Well, I doubt.
Well,
Well, it-
sorry, metagaming. Pulling it back. I'm gonna do my best to get to the bridge.
Okay, so taking your movement will probably get you almost to the lift up to the bridge. Again, everyone was already moving. It's not like we're gonna have to wait 8 rounds while you slowly move through shit. People
So
were
I'm
doing
gonna go
stuff.
to my first responsibility, which is the med bay.
'Kay.
Which is fairly close to the bridge, correct?
No. So, medbay, you go down a lift. There's a lot of wreck hallway, and it's one of the upper of these. So there's still like lift a bit of stuff in between. So it's that choice of bridge or medbay. It wouldn't be like perfectly close, but close enough.
Most logical for me would be to go to med bay. However, my entire team would go to the bridge because they are entitled assholes. Not all.
Rude.
take that back.
Yeah, I'm like.
This is her
hold on.
internal dialogue. Again, gang, the emotions
You are off
severed.
your meds. No, I'm
Yeah.
kidding.
I'm sorry.
You're good.
This is Eleanor trying.
Where-
No, you're good.
But logically, Gibbon would go to the bridge,
All right.
and so would the rest of the team.
You run all the way, Val. You make it to the
If
bridge.
Sal's not eating rats.
Val, as you run into the bridge, there's no one on the bridge.
Fuck.
Sal,
I am the. Oh yeah. No.
that will be your turn. Sal, you were already running because you have this kind of information.
Okay.
Give an
This is a
explanation of
I want to do something kind of
the situation.
shenanery-ish.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it will work.
I'm trying.
Kind of akin to flying a ship through the hallways. There are toilets on this ship, yes? That means there is a sewage system, yes? Which means there's running water, yes? Follow me? I have a swim speed. Would I be able to swim through the pipes to get to the bridge faster?
How fast is your swim
Pipes.
speed?
It's twice, so I would have 60 feet of movement instead of 30.
Would that then be a lie? Would Sal be on the bridge covered in?
We're gonna make a Box of Doom investigation check
Yeah, are you gonna be able to fit?
because
I know, yeah, because I'm
If
also
you can
big.
arrive
You're
before
a
bridge
big
it's
boy.
leaves.
can you
There's a
arrive
lot of poop
with
on the ship.
everything happening.
Yeah, especially if they're bold.
We are going to make this in the Box of Doom. Poo-poo.
Beep beep poop poop.
And I can hold my breath for 15 minutes, so.
Yeah,
Would
but
you like to
everybody else
come
can't.
roll? What is your investigation bonus?
Investigation bonus.
This is important. I'm curious if you could make it.
It's only +2.
Only +2.
I have a great insight. Not
Without
It
a nat
is
20?
possible. No, it is a DC 17.
Okay.
Meaning you're gonna need a 15 or higher. So it's not impossible, merely because there's something that could work, but it'd be very hard not knowing what it is.
Okay. So I need to roll a 15 or higher, or I need
15
to...
or higher.
Okay.
So on your own, this could do it.
Sorry. I can't control
I don't know what rolled.
But like
So
when it chooses to move,
Okay.
it moves.
It's an independent entity.
that
Yeah.
is your roll. Sal, you have this moment of pure inspiration as you stop and remember one of the first meetings you ever had in Captain McTavish's office, where in his ready room he has set up a desk, little kind of normal furniture, but something he had is a private laboratory behind his ready room. Personal edition, kind of wanted it. In the cafeteria, you know that the first officer specifically made a bar for you all. And because this is not a replicator bar, this is true alcohol, like actual stuff, has running water to the cafeteria because they need to be able to wash out cups, glass, stuff, everything.
I love how inspired she is.
You can,
And she's swimming.
on a natural 20,
Damn.
Sal, you hop the bar, open the grate, and it is perfectly Sal-sized. As you just,
That's
in together,
Big ass.
up and in.
Swim time for Sal.
Swim time for Sal.
Swim time for Sal.
Sewer alligator mode.
Sewer
The
alligator.
worst fear of anyone who's ever lived in the South and ever used a restroom.
Gators.
Sal, you pop
Gators.
out
Gator
of
from the toilet.
the toilet in the ready room mini
Oh my gosh,
bath.
McTavish got an
Maybe it's an aquatic
absolutely massive toilet installed.
He's a Cajun. He's a Leone. This dude, he is also like 6'8", white tiger looking guy, right? Yeah.
How broad are your shoulders?
I don't know.
We will say this, Sal.
Maybe I'm like a cat. I can just like.
Go ahead and give me a dexterity
Okay,
saving throw.
That's fair.
Uh,
That's
there might be
Sorry.
a little bit of damage as you just burst out the
Oh.
other end.
Ask for forgiveness, not for
Much like
permission.
Taco
You
Bell.
know.
Yeah, right. Like,
Okay.
hey, if everything's going wrong, we should help out the crew, help out the
Okay.
ship.
Oh no.
Okay. That was an 18 plus
Oh my
a 4,
gosh.
so
22. DC, yeah. The DC was only 15. You're good. It's that
Porcelain is pristine.
the toilet explodes shrapnel out as you hear the bridge crew yelling back and forth. Just, I've got a lock on their tractor beam, but they're taking the ship. Hold on, I think they're in our system. Oh no! Zoom, 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 zoom.
I'm gonna just write a quick note. Sorry for your toilet, McTavish.
Sorry for the toilet.
Sal.
Pin into the toilet.
Yeah.
On the wreckage, just place.
Yeah.
You run out. It's kind of that running through into the rain room, run out using the rest of your normal speed. You watch as McTavish and the bridge crew and what looks to be 3 Philosians, which,
What's that?
for lack of a better word, like very plant-based people, like very fruit
Like
veggie.
Mr.
kinda-
Cucumber Guy.
very much so.
Yeah.
As you see, one of them wearing Starfleet uniform, Ensign Cucumber on, but 2 other Philosians on board the ship as they all beam off.
Is one of them tomato-ish?
No. I will say one of them looked like a big gourd, one of them looked like an exercise ball.
What?
But green.
Okay.
A green tomato.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm not
You
sure
still
where
then
to go
have action and bonus action if you want to make big
Okay.
check big. That was a wild, just like, here's my movement.
from.
Because you did catch the
So you're-
information about the tractor being
That's true. Okay.
and them being in the system.
Okay. I'm gonna try and figure out how to get comms back up.
Cool. Go ahead. You're gonna make me. This is an
Oh, I
intelligence.
will say I still have that breastplate on me. I don't know if I'm wearing it necessarily, but
Wearing you won't be. You get the effect of the +3 if you have it on you, but you will need to wear it to get the like auto save. If that makes
gotcha.
sense.
Gotcha.
Just put it on your head.
You're just the snout, my snout, just like.
Just like bend it around. Yeah. It's just.
Turn it into a helmet.
It looks like the full Handmaiden's Tale bonnet if you just like bend it. But no, you have this on you. It will give you the +3 because this is an intelligence check.
It's like I'm wearing a tinfoil hat. This makes me smart.
That's what they think.
Whew, as you do become smarter. That is fact.
Very Sal.
So
Okay. Yeah, I want to try and figure out how to get comms back up.
go for it.
Okay. That's an intelligence check.
It's an intelligence check. So whatever your base intelligence is right now.
Okay. So that's 12 plus 2, so 14.
14.
Plus, would I have the +3 with the?
Yes, you would.
So 14, 15,
17.
17.
You go in, realize comm badges are currently in a state of interference because, as you kind of overheard, someone is using comm badges and transporter system to start taking people off of the ship.
Okay.
With this being said, you on a 17, you don't think you can stop whatever transport's happening. It's that immediate like, whoa, that's stuff I've never been trained in. I'm not an ops person
Okay.
who works in the beaming, but you know how to do a quick reset of like it's the equivalent of I'm gonna turn off on so that our combat
Turn
we
it
can
off
at least
and on again.
talk again and
Yeah.
immediately get a shipwide communicate
Okay,
going.
I was gonna say like if there's like loudspeakers,
Basically,
like school type vibe.
at the communication station, it's turn off on and do a
Strike
shipwide
team report
broadcast.
to the office, you know, like that.
Exactly.
Okay.
Strike team, get
So I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna
Doof, doof.
communicate.
And this
my
is your
team.
free talking action. What would you like to say?
Everyone's being transported off the ship, so take your comm badges off. I'm gonna talk to you through the loudspeakers. I just my Izzy's insight. Methinks that not good to have comm badge.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna tell my team to tag that ish off.
Would you like to tell that to the ship as a whole?
Yes.
So all of you get that. They're using there's like
Badges
take off your comm badges. They're transporting us off the ship. Do this now. And so everyone, I will say, I'll be really nice. Before we even reach the initiative count 20, I won't make any check. Easy enough of clip off. And you don't even have to throw it. It's just that, like, let me not be wearing it. I can set it down somewhere and know where it is. That's easy stuff for everyone to do.
Okay.
Hell yeah, Sal. Hell yeah.
Then I don't really have anything to do with bonus action because that's all like fighting stuff or like.
I will let you know, your shenanery has already saved a huge portion of what would have been terror for you guys. What would have been trying to get to the bridge and possibly being picked off is now completely almost negated.
Because I swam through the toilets.
Swam through toilet. Honestly, I gotta be honest.
Why are your palms so sweaty?
Because
Knees
I
weak,
have hyperhidrosis.
arms heavy.
I feel that. No.
Balls.
Sal, please take a point of Starfleet inspiration for admiral use of knowledge of your own ship and using it to help. That was so cool. Because in this moment, I will say,
Lizards.
we are
Okay.
quote unquote out of initiative for the moment because nothing else terrifying could happen. What normally would have been, we're about to reach the initial count 20 and people might have started randomly being picked off, has stopped. Everyone is able, out of our strike team, running to the bridge. I do have to make one last check and see how much of the confidence crew got taken. This was happening, of course, before this all happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't leave you guys a lot of people left.
Because the whole bridge crew's gone.
The whole bridge crew's gone, and you were seeing it's like they may have like started with like bridge crew in places of necessity. That sounds really
Right,
gross,
yeah.
but like
So they would have gone to the med bay.
they may have gone medbay. All of you run in.
Many eggs. Eat that
Sal,
eggs. No, it's okay.
In the shipwide communique,
Chomp those rotten eggs.
you are all able to watch running into the bridge. The 5 of you are here. A personal communique is coming to the captain's seat.
Well, let's not mess up like last
Sal,
time, Sal.
you press the button. You hear,
And I sit
hello,
down in the
hello.
chair.
You
Good,
sit in the chair.
good.
Captain McTavish, is anyone there?
Captain McTavish isn't here right now. Who's speaking?
It's Captain McTavish.
Oh,
Damn
it's
it,
Captain
Gibbon.
Oh,
Gibbon, put us in warp. The system should be ready. Warp us now. Grab the damn pilot seat.
But what about everyone who was transported away?
We're on the ship. Get the pilot. Good. Gibbon, in this moment, would you take us to warp?
That was the last
You
command you were given.
Go in. Realize you're not just going at warp. There is a programmed warp as the Klingon ship and your ship at the exact same moment enter warp together. As hell yeah. That was their last thing of they sent that off and like if we can get strike team. Basically yesterday bridge crew had everything ready but they got beamed off before they could get to warp and it's we just need someone to get us to warp because at least them were alongside. As we enter
Doing a hostage
warp,
situation.
you hear McTavish, right? We're aboard the Klingon vessel. We're in the deep recesses of the prison blocks. You're gonna need to at least follow the ship. It's dangerous to try to warp us right now, but we're gonna fight our way out and figure out how to stop this ship. Stay on its tail. Don't let up.
alright.
Well, Gibbon, I believe you are best suited for the pilot seat.
Oh shit, really?
Are you using sarcasm in this?
Absolutely,
Yes.
Absolutely.
I jump into the pilot seat.
Right, Gibbon, you're acting captain on the ship now until we're back.
Wait,
Oh, okay.
That means you're head medical.
Head medical, de facto, head first officer de facto, head science,
Damn.
and senior science officer.
Pat.
I'm
And-
just here.
I am here.
I'll
Damn
be
it, I have
pilot.
to-
You can be acting captain. I don't care.
Yes.
If you put
Fuck
the ship
no.
or any of us into danger, I
Only
will
you.
not hesitate.
As this happens, all of you
Well, no,
have
you
a
know
stun
what.
sound. People are starting to kind of converge at the door.
Okay.
I should lift and the doors into the bridge of what's going on. We took off our badge. We heard
Do we have comms back up yet?
As a
shipwide
side
comms
note,
are up.
Can I talk to the group real quick? We cannot mess up like in ours. Who is acting captain?
Oh.
We must agree.
Val, what the hell? Literally already been established.
People were talking about Black Opal.
Oh, yeah, no, if a call needs to be made as far as, like, to the crew, yeah, he can make it.
Thank
But if-
you. You are now acting captain, Black Opal.
Thank you. Oh shit.
I thought we established that.
Well, now we have. And as the doors open, so then it's like, how do we talk to?
Opening the doors.
How
Out
do
of
you
your
open?
crew of 300, 45 crew remain aboard the Confidence.
Oh crap.
255, including captain, all the senior officers, and senior engineers in the warp core, are all aboard the the Judgment, as it is called.
Judgment. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and delegate some people to weapons.
Awesome. You
Yeah.
immediately let's
Cool.
get
I
some.
grab everybody who's under a medical banner.
Wonderful.
Is there anybody else that's above me in a medical banner right now? Or am I head medical right now? Oh, you bitch. Is it? Is it?
You are the highest and only medical officer aboard the ship.
That doesn't
As
mean there's not ends.
in total, you have 20 ensigns along the command track, which of course can do everything from piloting to repairs to weapons. You have 20 operations, which include, but are not limited to, 10 of which are junior member engineers, and 10 of which are security officers. You know, the kind that you would take on away missions. 5 of which are science personnel in running laboratories. These are basically the 45. These are some of the last people like you guys that were off shift and supposedly having a night off. That thankfully we weren't close enough to wherever they were being out of. A lot of us were like down in the recesses of the ship, whether working in labs, in some of the lower decks, pulling a late night, asleep,
The
or
lower
doing
decks.
stuff. Lower decks.
Cool.
Okay.
So, you got weapons and such. Medical.
I'm the only medical person.
Yes, I know.
Currently, thankfully, no
There-
one on your ship is in need of medical attention. That's a passive
what I
check.
was about to
Like,
ask.
the
That's
only medical person at all, or plus
All.
ensigns?
Oh,
That's all. That's it.
that's why I swore.
Sweet. So, your pilot, we need people to, apparently they're in our systems, so we need our science teams to get into our computers and try and out-hack us being hacked.
Is anyone a communication specialist? As I look amongst the crowd.
I am an excellent communicator.
I put a hand on something.
Actually, I'm gonna check something real quick. Someone may be aboard this ship that's a communications expert. We'll see.
Our man Lincoln.
Are there any
Is it
other
Lincoln? That would be great.
PCs?
Well, no, you know, Lincoln was
Sonic
a
Shower.
He's command track.
command track, so he would be better at communicating. Again, usually command track is like studying xenolinguistics, right?
Poetic justice. Please let me be.
I had to check. Hell yeah.
Oh, what is this
You see
Sonic?
Did you look? Don't look it up. Izzy, what did you look up?
No, it's the first image that
No,
Elf
little
put in
German
there.
boy, don't look up the Sonic fan art online. Oh my god! The hedgehog has been massive. As you were all talking, out of the 45 people, one of the 10 or so security officers pushes his way to the front. 6'4", dark hair, very Brazilian tan skin. Just, I speak over 15 different languages.
Who
You
is
can
this?
speak one of my
Oh,
languages,
he's
big
good
boy.
at his tongue, huh?
Who is this?
This is the guy that sounded.
Wait, actually,
Lieutenant
Yeah.
Garth Land.
Oh, this is Garth.
This is Garth.
I was jokingly flirting, but
He's been looking for you. Other fun fact, he's been asking around the ship because like either you guys were off ship or you were gone, and so it's like, has anyone
the
seen this
shenanigans
officer?
continues. Garth.
Chair. Start hacking.
He goes in. He will start figuring out what he can do.
Garth is just
What you guys know is right now,
Bullets like.
both ships are at war. It limits a bit of stuff. For example, weapons right now are kind of hard to do. Same with other crazy stuff like, can we beam people off? Well, you're at warp. That's like, you're constantly moving. There's a lot of interference. Obviously, thankfully, most of your ship systems are back, except for the fact that everything is squonk. But that is hopefully going to be fixed in the next, like, 15 or so minutes. That's not an issue,
Are
actually.
people working on that?
Yes, that's like immediate. Some of these engineers are like, you would get the report of like the 10 engineers we have are already down working.
Wonderful. Let's have them fix the gravity. We need.
They're gonna fix. Garth is gonna make a quick check, see if he can help fix just overall communication, get your system purged.
Would assigning someone else to help him, or me just going over and helping him?
Assign me to help him.
You can help him and give him the help action, or
It's a help action, so
You
you
do
and
the
Garth
roll.
are both going to sit down. It's like, okay, we need to look in Cleon-based technology. We need to understand their basic systems. So go ahead. We're both going to make. This is an intelligence-based check.
do we have any Klingon nerds?
How many Klingons
People who
period?
just
Who speak or know Cleon?
Like, no-
Unfortunately, no.
Oh, wouldn't Garth know Klingon?
Well, or Garth knows that, but like in terms of like fanatics who like, oh, I've studied
yeah.
everything about Klingon. Like Garth speaks Klingon. He speaks 15
they're
different
probably
languages
on
that are
the
very
they're
common.
probably already beamed over.
Very,
Okay.
very quite possibly.
What is like the Klingon language? Because I chose.
It's just called Klingon.
It's called Klingon.
No, I know, but like,
Oh.
because when I chose languages,
Orc is the equivalent of D&D or very similar. So if you speak a form of Orc or closer, that would work. You speak,
I speak orc.
you speak Orc?
I speak orc.
Sprechen Sie? Hell yeah. So I will say this. 3 different people making the check is really going to help. As between the 3, again, speaking the language, knowing xenobiology, and knowing just xenobiology tech is a great sprite if we're being honest. Here we go. As a whole, we just need a DC 30 between 3 people.
So what do I roll and
Oh,
what do I add?
this is going to be your intelligence modifier.
Okay.
And your proficiency. So it's your intelligence plus your proficiency, which should be just like a +2 right now, and whatever you roll on the d20.
Okay.
So Garth is gonna roll. Hell yeah, Garth. All right. Garth.
22.
A 22. Garth got a synthetic 20. Sal, what did you get?
Okay, so this is intelligence.
Intelligence and proficiency, because again, you were all
You got
working
that
in system.
hack.
It's your systems, it's your stuff. You all speak the language or forms of, so you all kind of know what to look for.
Okay. That was a natural 20.
Holy shit!
Hey,
I'm gonna give you
Proficiency
this.
was a 2, so 22, plus my intelligence with the breastplate, which is 5.
You go
so
in.
27.
You quickly realize you're gonna kind of also get what
I
happened,
also speak Orc.
which will give you that perfect Cleon. The 3 of you understand this. This Cleon Bird of Prey came out of warp, knew exactly where you were going to be, and targeted your communication system in a hacking check, so to speak. The second all comms were offline, meaning no true red alerts could trigger, no comm badges were online, they launched a quick fire succession blast to your ship, knocking, thankfully not out, but damaging the artificial gravity, which is why everything went squampus. Afterwards, immediately started into what we would call a cyber warfare battle of beaming your crew members off through your own systems. Basically saying, we don't even have to use our system, we're asking your system to beam your crew members off.
Brutal.
With that happening, what you know on the Nat 20, 2 big things. 1, you've locked the system. That's an easy. We've set up some firewalls. We've set up some great basic tech to say, if this, nothing should be able to happen like this again unless someone disables it on your ship, which would be huge.
The password is Baggerat69_X.
Exactly, right? Like, setting up all these
All right
intricate
together.
stuff where it's like only you guys would really know. The other big
Why
thing...
would Val set it as that?
Val, no.
These guys.
No, actually, that was
This is
Elmore
why Val's not
adding the
helping.
69X,
Yeah,
but
I
no,
know.
it's like the bag of rats. All strung
Only
together.
What?
Only those three know.
Yeah,
the
only
password.
these three know. The other big thing with this check is the bridge crew were working on this. You realize this was not like going quietly into the night. Commander Katira and Commander Mondo, again, the first officer and communication specialist, were both literally working on this right up until the moment they got.
Communication
Where
specialist.
they had just figured out how to use their system against in the very similar way of, hey, they're using a combination of teleportation technology along with just like this straight up tractor beam keeping our ship here to kind of like cherry pick off. Let's do this thing in reverse. We're going to take your system, we're going to go in. They had just figured that out. So
was
you
gonna suggest
know, again, right now, teleportation is kind of a moot point. It cannot really work at warp.
But we could.
But if we
Kill
drop
their comms.
more,
But if for any reason that ship could stop warp, which is what you assume McTavish is doing, it's we can't just blow the ship up, let alone because weapons really don't work at warp. It's if we inside the ship stop this ship, the system should be ready. If someone could be on the bridge to just boom start getting everyone back immediately. Everything's set up. They just had a really unfortunate string of bad luck where two different people with advantage rolled 2 2s and 2 7s. Where it didn't beat a DC 15. It was wild. So you guys get the setup, and so you know we're perfectly locked out. And if the situation rises, someone could be here to immediately start bringing everyone back.
Yeah.
Beyond that, after 15 minutes, again, it's that tense. Everyone's still doing stuff. After 15, gravity's going to right itself. So everything should be fine. I do have to make a check, though, when this happens.
Are we going at warp sideways?
No, excuse
Oh,
me.
gravity was.
Remember, it's gravity. It's artificial gravity. There was no planet here. It's as if
Gravity on
we're
the
fine,
inside.
but suddenly our artificial gravity goes wrong and starts putting us there.
Okay.
Weird stuff. As you are all at warp, Gibbon,
yeah,
being in the pilot's chair, you're getting an alert. Something's coming at you at warp.
a third ship.
Third ship.
Can I see what it is?
No checks needed. You pull up the stats of an Orion pirate ship.
Can we send the signal not right now?
Well, I was gonna
That's
say
not Val. That was Al. Sorry.
I'm gonna probably flip open. Well, do I have a comms thing at pilots?
Currently, Dahina and Sal have it. Is you guys are at the conversation of you could open up a
I
communication.
Talk to
just
your
call
sister.
over. Yeah, I'm just like
looks
Tahina,
you got some
Taela's
family
here.
Talk to your sister.
Can someone else do it?
No.
Should I
So-
cast
Okay.
calm emotions?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
And
there's
then be like,
a bit of Vulcan psychic work.
I mean,
of-
I'm happy to talk to her. I mean, you could, I can, if you need me to, I can talk to her again.
I believe Tahina is in full.
Yeah, I'm
capability
just
to
gonna
take care
look
of
at
us.
Tahina and shake her head because
So,
probably shouldn't let. I mean, Gibbon
No,
isn't
let
that
Gibbon
smart,
try.
but
yeah.
I mean, he's smart now.
Do you want Gibbon to flirt with your sister, or do you want to do it?
Oh,
No, I
oh,
mean,
don't
I
be
know,
mean.
I mean,
right?
no,
That's the worst way to
I
work
mean,
that.
I've talked with her before. It's not like that.
Oh,
You know,
yeah,
it's-
guys.
He has the fan cam saved in his tricord roll. Just
Yeah, there was eventually a ban of the ship of like, hey guys, you're not allowed to have it. So obviously everyone now has it.
Of course.
Dahina, would you like to open up a
Would that
channel to talk to your sister?
If I do the spell calm emotions, do you think that'll help Tahina?
Well, I just think that the acting captain should be the one.
That's fair.
All right.
Don't flirt with her.
Okay.
And I'm gonna duck
You
behind.
dug it behind the chair, literally just like Cam. Off Cam. Black Opal, you opening on the pirate ship. You see Taela, the pirate captain that attacked your ship so long ago. This is Captain Taela of the Ravaged.
Hello.
What'd she
This
say?
is act.
I'm sorry. That's sorry.
Professionalism,
Continue.
people.
Give it. This is acting
I have to
Captain
take
Black Opal.
professionalism over, like,
Acting
30
captain, which
Yeah.
leads me to
You're
believe
fucking
something
right.
must have happened to your current captain.
It leads me to believe, by the way you're phrasing that question, that you might know.
You see, she lifts up the side of her shirt, which you see is a six-pack. Has a
Hey, she's showing up her
stitched.
six
Do I
pack.
have to make another-
This is
Trish
on cam.
Still on the ship.
She what?
Is Trish here?
Trish is not on the ship.
Okay,
currently.
thank God.
I did make that check of which
Trish just
NPCs do we know.
wants
Well, she lifts up her shirt. You see the six-pack, but has this nasty-looking gut scar. Just, I owe Captain McTavish a bit of gut work, so to speak, and so I'm a little disappointed that he's not here.
Well,
But that was our information, of course.
yeah, apparently everybody knows that we're here. You, this Klingon warship that we're warping with,
I know.
your sister,
Oh,
It's brother?
sister.
Sister.
You don't even take the time to.
Dahina's there. I was told she'd be on the ship, but I would assume they would have gotten her off already. Part of the deal.
No, they didn't do their job.
Can I talk to her? Is she there?
I just like
Mind
lean
meld.
over the chair.
Hey,
Yeah, I-
contactless mind meld. Bam, bam. Do you want to?
Sure, I'll do it. I'll get
Okay.
it. Oh, hey! I just
Fancy
dropped my earrings, so I was down there. Hi, Taylor.
Hey! Wow, you're doing great. Now, I gotta ask, how's Starfleet treating you?
I love Starfleet.
As she talks, I would like Black Opal, Sal, Gibbon, Val. You guys can make a perception check, kind of like on this conversation as it happens.
Yes.
Because you guys
Can I
might
make a charisma
notice it.
save as well?
No, perception check, perception.
I know. I'm
Oh,
joking
but like-
about the whole I am not reattaching to my emotions.
Oh, wow.
I do not feel lust. I do
Wow.
not-
No, that's right. I will say, though, please make the perception and
You
hold
know,
for the
like when
half
Spock is
second
little-
because
You know,
Taylor
little
looks.
tilt.
Listen, Hina, I would love if you got off that ship. We do have a bit of a deal. I'm never one to join up with a disgraced Klingon warlord, but Latinum's Latinum.
Yeah, I know that's the way you feel.
We don't want to hurt anyone. Lay down your phasers. You're all aboard the ship. Apparently, the Klingon doesn't even want all of you. He's looking after a stupid fucking cucumber. That's one person. Lay down your weapons. We'll all come out of warp. They take the person they need, and everyone's okay.
That's not how Starfleet works. We protect our men.
I love that this is your thought process now. I'm so glad that you feel so strongly now. I did a little bit of digging. Couldn't help but notice that, well, I'd heard you were in Starfleet, but did a bit of public record. I don't see you in the graduating class. How'd you get aboard that ship?
That's none of your business.
I know it's not my business, but I really want to know.
Since
Uh,
I'm at the communication
the-
station, can
yeah,
I just
the
Yeah.
entire no, like while they were having this conversation,
Mhm.
as soon as she jumped over to her,
Mhm.
I wanted to immediately go to Garth and try and have him rework that communication killing bug, and then send it over to the Orion.
Try enough? Yeah. Here we go. Here's what I'll ask. For the four that were able to make perception checks, anything that you...
I got
Nothing
20.
worth writing home about.
Nothing more. Give it... Six pack's not bad, but like...
I'm
21.
fully sweating, just like
21?
I mean, you can
21.
lust and
221.
think at the same time, can't you?
You both
No,
would
joking.
notice then. There
think
were
he has enough brains.
Doesn't have enough to
intermittent
click.
parts.
At least
Where,
I can do both
uh,
of them.
Yeah. As
Oh.
Taylor was talking,
Wow.
kind of like in a Zoom call, you did notice that her side muted every so often.
Feels
As
like someone else was.
either someone else was talking, or even that classic, she may have said something under breath or quietly, but make sure like muting. It's a classic trick. Everyone knows with voice calling of like, I'm gonna talk to you, mute real quick just to be polite, and now I'm gonna keep talking, right? And so no one really hears or notices that. But you two on the 21
So she's relaying some kind of
She
information.
may be relaying something. This is not just a catch up, talk to acting captain Dahina.
Yeah.
She's talking. Garth will make a quick check. I'll say it is a terrifyingly high DC currently of 25.
Guidance.
Just because I will let you know, even with guys, Garth has a +3. He's the best person to do this because again, he's the one helping.
Yeah.
But you're asking him to rework something he's never done before. He would just need time.
No,
So,
give
he can
help action too.
Try this with a help action.
Well, I'm sure
He's
we
got a
could-
+3 with a
distract your
guidance.
sister from the-
I'll roll the guidance first because that'll be the same both times. That was a 4. Okay, so currently he has a +7, 18 or higher, and he's rolling twice. It was a 2. Last one box doom. It was a 5, unfortunately.
Us rolled it.
I can-
Garth is trying, and he'll give you that. He's like, I need an hour maybe. Like, I think I could do it, but I have to keep converting from Klingon to Orion, and I'm not yet sure of their ship stats.
Oh, hey, let me try
Would-
something. Hold on. Would
And yeah,
Because
at this
I
point,
know-
Dahina, no. End call.
I know the ship has.
could detect poison and disease?
Unfortunately, no.
For a ship.
Yeah. Poison, that's very personal. Good, good
I know
question.
it was,
Like,
I was trying to shenanery my way, like, disease.
all of you will then watch
Yeah.
at warp. The Orion warship comes up on your underside just as before. And as 4 tendrils start coming out to get ready to breach your ship.
We have people on weapons, right?
You got people
Weapons
on
down.
weapons. You got your
Smart.
security. That's where we're going to take a break.
Uh,
So,
Right.
thank you all, and we will come back in a moment.
One.
And we are back.
Ship.
Two ships boarding.
Two ships. Make it a third. No, I'm kidding. As you guys are on the bridge, you see that again the Orion ship is starting to put out these kind of tendril docks which drill into your ship. You will have what I'm going to say is about 5 minutes to like plan and try to position people. Like that includes like if we all run down to like the lower decks. Questions, answers, let's start going through.
So like, how are they attached to the ship?
They're on the underside of the ship, and it's these like almost claw-like arms that are extending out onto the side of the ship.
Is
And
that a
they're
technology that I would be familiar with?
Quite possibly. I will say, Dahina, that passive history, your family used stuff like that once, but like you can tell Taylor may have refined it. Like this is like we could do one. She has made a pincer thing because it's not just one; it's 4, and it's on the other side to like hook as well as board. So it's like, wow, that's a pretty intense style of ship. You would know that. Black Opal, then Sal, yes.
Do we have a tractor beam?
You do have a tractor beam.
We put it in reverse.
That was my question. Could I reverse it?
I'm going to check something because here's the thing.
Polarity?
Tractor.
Reverse the polarity?
Okay, your
Polarity, and how do I
tractor
reverse
beam.
it?
I'll reverse your polarity if you know what I mean.
I know.
I'll say that to Garth.
Please explain it.
Don't steal my life. No. Just,
Okay, so here's what you guys
don't
would
give
know.
me big credit. No.
Your tractor beam takes an action and it's a strength save from the opposing ship. You're well within the 600-foot range as they are coming into the 0-foot range, so to speak. It's a bonus action to then move the ship, whether towards or against. What you would know is this. Once they have successfully locked on, that is a moot point.
Exactly.
As I'm going to be really cruel and say, though, with starting that up tractor beam style, that would have had to happen before they got here. As tractor beam technology in a true ship battle fight is, I'm going to use an action. In this moment, because we're at warp and a lot is happening, it's to just push a ship out of warp is a crazy thing to do that we might have wanted to do the second Gibbon went, hey, someone's about to approach us. I think a ship's on the way.
So are we still at war?
Still warp. Because right now, the last thing McTavish is put us at warp because we think we programmed it to just follow the Klingon ship. Like, it's almost that autopilot of, if they stop warp, the ship will stop. If we can stop them, we stop. So that's the easy, done part.
Right.
So it's not impossible, but it might take a little bit of prep to set up a tractor beam during warp to do that to a ship that is trying to, like, hold on to you, right? It's making a shove check when you're grappled
Have an
by
idea.
someone.
I get to
Okay,
add.
that is.
Sal's question, and then
Right before we went on to break, I was like, oh, we have people on weapons. I want them to start targeting things that are grappling the ship to try and break those off.
Oh, that's clever. So there's 2 ways they could do that. Because your ship's outer weapons, the turrets needed, you do have a couple move point turrets. Those are technically not able to reach the underside.
Okay.
What it would be, though, is the 9 other security officers, minus Garth, who's now helping you guys, the 9 other officers could just start getting ready, getting weapons, and heading down to the engineering decks to start just straight up shooting the clamps coming on, just like manual. But, of course, then they're dealing with Orion Pirates coming out, right? It's that twofer of, they can do this internally, but then there's people there. They might need help. I'll say Val while you're thinking, then we'll come back to Black Ops as we're throwing out ideas.
45 people. Are they all with us?
With the exception of 10 engineers who are down at the warp core. Or thereabouts.
I have an idea. We shut off everything that we do not need. We keep access for ourselves, because obviously the Jeffries tubes can keep us everywhere, right? We do lockdown, but we make sure that we can have access to Jeffries tubes, to life support, to warp core. I go down there and I make sure that warp core engineers stay alive from an onslaught. if anyone wants to
So
join.
what would be the point of shutting everything down? Is that just
To
more
make it
private
harder for
engines?
the
To make it harder for them to get through, so it buys us more time.
Gotcha.
Buys time. Because how many cells do they have? Because even if they have masks and stuff,
In a
then
weird
they're
way,
gonna
this
have
is
to
our
be using them.
advantage.
It's it gives
This
an
is our
home
advantage
field
because
field
we
advantage.
have
And like we could turn,
so little people.
we could turn gravity off too.
We can turn gravity off, and we can prepare for that.
Mhm.
We have
If you
ropes, do we
know
not?
we all are gonna wear oxygen masks,
Oxygen
mag
masks.
boots, they won't initially know that, and so they would have probably a round or two of we got to get ready, right?
Well,
it
yeah.
buys
Also,
you guys
if
time
we
and
wait
home
to
field
kill
advantage.
the oxygen until they've breached, they won't be like if they breach and there's already that pressure differential, they might
Yeah,
know
wait
going
until
into it.
they're.
But if they're already in
On
the
the
ship
ship,
and
yeah.
And
then
then cut the oxygen.
Yeah. So we'll
Make
be
sure
prepared
everybody
if
who
they
needs
want.
oxygen has an oxygen tank. Because again, there's only 45 of us. There should be enough for everyone.
I like it.
I
say
love
let's do
that
it.
idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe
Alright,
it's-
does
And
anyone want to
everybody
join me
throw
down
on
in the
some
warp
mag
core?
boots and a breathalyze breather thing.
Anyone want to join me at the warp core?
Um,
Or, better question, where should the because I'm the only medical personnel on board, where should I be of these two positions? Bridge or warp?
You've got one person with like solid healing spells and equipment, so to speak.
do we feel like they're gonna go after the warp core?
yes.
Well,
That's
did
their
last
that was
time.
their exact route last time because it is that if we disable warp core,
They
then-
want.
not
They
calling it
said
system.
Then why don't we
to
send
drop warp.
why don't we send everybody who's not needed on the bridge down to the warp core
Excellent.
with you, and then we lock down because I would assume the bridge has an even more
Yeah.
intense lockdown than the rest of
Oh,
the ship.
yeah.
It's like I already sent people to weapons,
Mhm.
so I don't know if I need to be at the bridge to delegate that.
yeah.
I
Your
think I
nine
would
security
go to the bridge for
officer,
weapons.
we're going to the breaches to just go for it.
Yeah.
Like,
Because I can
If-
pump Champa.
Which is the round or the? I know you said weapons don't really work very well. If you were to say aim at your own ship
oh no,
Oh.
that could be very bad.
Please no.
with like one of the ones that disables like communications right as they attach.
Do we want to have someone send a virus over to their
That is a very finite thing to do. That if you don't do a couple nat 20s, you all die.
Okay, let's not do that.
Right? I'm gonna shoot my pinky toe to stop a virus from. Whoa! Like it's.
Could we send over someone in
thought
an
I
escape
asked.
pod?
It's not a bad idea, but it's
The
like that
virus
would
on
be
their
an
ship?
insane luck thing, like a Hail Mary.
I don't think we need to.
No. I was thinking if there's a way to sabotage their ship at the exact same time.
I don't think we have to be on their ship because the Klingons
Yeah.
just sabotaged ours from externally.
Because if
so-
someone's staying on the bridge to be ready to transport people off, once come out,
Fair.
again, once the best case scenario happens,
Just don't get distracted.
someone on the bridge
Huh.
could be doing that. Of like, let's
Sorry, I
see,
This
cyber
is Val
warfare.
talking to
No, I know.
Sal.
I'm not.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
was
just
that was a shtick.
Mm?
Yeah. Huh? Blink, blink.
You were looking
Blink,
at
blink.
the Brazilian
What?
man.
Yes, but we want
Yes.
to keep working on the hacking.
'Kay.
Do the thing
Sounds drooling.
to try and jam their communications or try and hatch some kind of thing with the hatch.
Okay.
have they attached to us yet?
In the process of, like, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, so
It's a
should
very
we-
long,
Have they-
stretched
Has
out
it
5
touched
minutes
us
of.
us yet?
Yes.
But are they secured to us?
It's their security. Imagine like it's touching your ship, and now drills and stuff are starting to sink into like. do
But it's
that.
not sunk.
Not completely.
Can we shake them? Everybody hold on.
Yeah, like shake them off.
It's not as dangerous as shooting yourself. There's a possibility you might not shake out of warp. That's not technically possible. It might be very dangerous.
Or what if I just like brake
It's-
check? Where we're moving at the same speed. If I just slow down for ever so slightly.
Wouldn't they be in? Because aren't they in our warp field? Kind of.
Exactly.
Kind of like when you're driving behind a semi and you're like
In
close enough, you're
slipstream.
kind of yeah.
The semi could brake check, and if they're attached to the semi itself is braking, and so you'll brake.
Mhm.
It
Well,
might hurt
that's
their
why I
shit,
was
but
like, if we're not fully connected.
again,
yet.
it's kind of like I'm saying the idea is being you could again shoot your own systems or brake check. They're very dangerous things that would be like that's a Hail Mary of like if nothing's working, we could try this at severe risk to our
All
ship.
right, if the warp core is in any danger,
Oxygen.
we're going to shoot ourselves and buck them.
If
Okay.
we
Oh, I have an idea.
if we
Tell me
warped
if you did the shenanery.
kind of one of our torpedoes onto their ship, is that possible if they're attached to us?
Teleportation technology is basically a no-go in any capacity. It stalls a lot of, again, they can't shoot you, you can't shoot them.
So I'll just
This is
Can
also
I
why
want to be able
Taylor
to-
does this,
yeah.
is we attack at warp because it puts us at a really neutral advantage. We don't need to be faster, stronger, but if we know they're there, if we can catch them, it levels the playing field for not having as buff of a ship.
Okay.
You're about to get Star
Oh.
Trek.
Star Trek
cannoned.
nerd! Go, 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 go! Yes, okay, so if we are moving at the same speed, it's not like we're moving at different places. If we're touching or almost touching, or we wait until they're completely locked on, we should be able to safely transport to their ship because you can transport
That's true.
on your own ship at warp.
It's
So
making your ship, or their ship, your ship.
Yeah.
Is if it's touching, doing that.
and
That's
it,
fair.
it's been done before. Photon torpedoes have been beamed onto other ships
'Kay.
before. It's been done.
I will then give this. This is what my mind was thinking of because I know if you put a bomb on their ship
Because
and
it's
bomb
impossible.
them,
It's more like the
boom.
EMP kind of one. Not
Same principle. I'm going to. There's a car latched onto my car. I'm going to bomb their car while it's latched. One of those big things is there is a latch.
But
So-
if we send the bomb onto their ship and then say to Ayla, don't do anything dumb, because the second you screw us over, we all die.
Pulling that ultimatum.
It more, yeah, like Cold War standoff. It's possible. It could
that
buy
could
you
keep
time.
us safe.
That-
It would buy us time.
Okay. I say we proceed with the shutting down export
Oxygen
stuff
mask.
as
Boots.
soon
I have something.
as they
And
breach.
can I
Mhm.
old medical equipment? Because you cannot tell me that they have never prepared for the comms to go wrong. Are there walkie-talkies?
Like forms of Well, your comms are fine now.
Okay, yeah, comes fine.
You guys,
Right, comms
yeah.
are fine. Never mind.
No, that was a
Wanted
good
to make
question. It's
sure.
like, yeah, there are like in extreme
Excellent.
circumstance of like let's bust out old
No, but
radio
the thing is,
cell
like,
type.
if it's sustained with us at warp core and we set off an EMP, their ship would immediately drop out of warp.
You're suddenly
But since we're
dragging
physically
something
connected,
big.
It
They
would,
would pull us with
Yeah.
them.
Warp
Even
technology.
if it didn't,
It's-
we're right there.
This
I'm not
is
sure
it's hard to
Yeah.
again. It's sci-fi, so it's the equivalent of we are in a high
That's why we
speed
put-
90-mile-an-hour
That's
chase
why we put a bug on their
in
ship to
two
control
different
their ship.
semi trucks. Their semi trucks attached to ours. We're following another semi, and we don't want until we know we can safely do stuff. It's how do we fix?
Then we take off our proverbial masks.
What?
We got virus, we virus them.
Yeah,
yeah,
We control them.
that's
Yeah.
what we're
Good,
doing.
good, great. Are we in agreement then?
That's what
I've
Garth is
already
actively
Then
doing.
let us split. And
Well-
Val's like grabbing stuff and getting it.
Okay, but the ship's still attached to us. We kind of need to get it
Everybody makes
unattached. And this is a technology that I'm familiar with.
Mhm.
Can I take like maybe a security team of like I don't know 2 people or something
Or I
to
can
go?
That's
I can
interesting.
go with-
You could even call it a strike team.
I
But yeah, no, it's
know these
I'll
people
go with
busy.
Tahina.
too
Give a
many.
little wink at Garth and
If
then
we
leave.
can get. Garth starts crying a little, but you don't think it's a bad cry. It's just more that intense emotion of like, like why
Alright,
now?
you can do it.
Yeah. 2-person op, get down, work on that. The Owl's working on getting to the warp core
Protecting
to
the core.
not only help the engineers that need to be down there in case something goes wrong. Garth is already staying on the bridge, so would you guys like to go hit up the breaches, hit up the warp core, or go on the proverbial strike team?
I will be piloting this ship.
Piling, cool.
Because you're de facto captain right now.
Yes.
Which means what you say goes.
I'm trying to figure out whether I should stay on the bridge. Hey, pilot, you want to be acting captain while I'm off bridge?
Sure.
Val's so good.
You're already gone.
I know, yeah.
Yeah, I know this is.
Okay. So where are you going, Black Opal?
Okay, you guys were going
basically to their shit. It's like if we can get in,
going
figure
to
out the
the ship.
tech, and knock it out.
I'm gonna try and make an educated guess. Can I just roll an insight check to see if I know where the sister will show up?
Make an insight check. Where's Taylor gonna go? A lot of options, right?
Yeah.
What's the name of the
Very well.
money in here again? Latinum. 5 Latinum says it's the core.
Yeah, that's where she went last
Deal.
time.
So if she doesn't go to the core, I owe you.
That's how it
Latin
works.
As in
13.
13. I will give a 13. That is your best guess. That is your natural insight of. There's some obvious places. Probably not anything unobvious. You're not going to find her in Captain McTavish's Ready Room's toilet. Right? Like, that'd be wild.
That's where you find Sal.
That's where it finds out.
Ew.
But you know, it's like
So-
you're not gonna. Taylor's probably not going to be popping up for you guys anywhere that would be bad or unexpected.
Okay. What is the speed to get from up here to the warp core?
To the warp core, enough time of again 5 minutes. It's an action movie. 5 minutes. If you're going to the warp core, you'll get there at the start of initiative. When we roll initiative, you'll be there.
Gotcha. So
Yeah.
if I gotta pick one of the places because whichever one I don't pick, I'm not gonna be able to get to in time.
Yeah. It would take
So
rounds
we'll
of
go
time and
back in
travel.
timeline. Music slaps.
But we can teleport within our own ship, can we not?
In your own ship. And once you get that ready, Garth will immediately start. Because Garth's working, again, big project, hack, sub-project. Let's integrate their ship into our field of range and say, let's do it.
The strings in this.
All right.
You're okay.
I will stay on the bridge
Taylor.
at the moment.
Of course,
Okay,
now I see.
Taylor,
it's Doctor.
crew, ladies and gentlemen,
That's it.
let's roll initiative for the Orion Pirate
We
Battle.
get a new initiative?
New initiative. New chance.
You're going
Holy
in prison.
shit.
Do it.
Jail.
Jail.
Immediate jail. Straight to jail. Wow. I will let you know the crew of the Ravaged got a natural one.
Dope.
The Orion Pirates will go dead last no matter what. That was crazy. Going off of kind of my old one, Val, what did you get?
15.
15. Decent. Sal,
22.
22. Well done. That was last time too. Yeah. Black Opal,
19.
19. Dahina,
14.
14. Well done. Gibbon,
11.
11. Honestly, pretty good. I will say again, you make these plans. Your crew again. Security teams immediately load up because they rush again. Head to the brig armory area. They're loading up full armor, plasma rifle. Like our goal, head to these breach points and take them out for you.
Oxygen tank.
Everyone else,
space
Garth
weapons.
takes this again. Everyone's loaded up.
I know. Just want to make sure.
You would all then know that you are solid with those. There's some pretty good
Well, it means you
rebreathers,
don't
if
have
I'm
to
being
put yours
honest.
on for 15 minutes.
Rebreathers are
Oxygen.
solid.
Do I have a weapon with me? Because I was in my PJs.
PJs. I will say in the 5 minutes, if Dahina, it's I'll meet you there and you can run and suit up, grab your phaser. I'm not gonna be cruel and be like, you don't have an armor class right now because
If you're in your PJs.
there was a lot of people in their PJs. I'm making it random. Garth was in pants shirtless, like he rolled out of bed.
Man, I would climb that
Cut
tree.
like a tree. So it's very much everyone had that.
South
Let's
of
go.
the rainforest.
We have. It's kind of that. We have 5 minutes. Everyone go. Battle armor if you want it. Phasers, strike or security team, of course, with rifles. Strike team grabbing personal weapons. Yes, everyone will grab what they need. Here we go. As we enter initiative.
That was my excited. Sorry.
Can I be on the cameras? To
Yeah. Check cams.
Just
That'll come
Checks
on
in
true.
areas where I see the drills coming in, just to see if
Yeah.
I can spot who's going where.
Sal,
Checking the cams.
that is your turn.
Okay.
You and Dahina are rushing. I will say it's very much. You will be with out of the strike team. You got one of this teams of your security team that are heading to a breach point. Let's use the breach point too. If we can get in through,
Okay,
it'll be a bit of
we're
fun.
heading to the Orion ship.
Mhm.
We're gonna be on
Yes.
the ship. Okay.
Yes.
One of these
Fires.
4
Fires.
entry points
Fires.
you guys can go to. There's some security going on as well because it's the. We'll get you guys on and let's see how we can detach.
Okay.
You guys rush in as you're coming down to a lower deck.
You have a fun spell.
Okay.
I do.
And I have a
Invisibility.
+6 to stealth if we want to try and stealth it.
You could still.
And I
It's
have
kind.
invisibility spell.
Camo.
Invis.
Thanks for the reminder, Shane.
If you want, you can cam yourself. I'll say that would be your last like prepped action of like turn on hologram, camo in. That would mean Sal, you can make a stealth check because it's when the firefight starts. Let's just slip in behind him,
Okay.
right? Leave the security forces to just take care of breachers. You guys slip in. Sal, go ahead and make me a stealth
So
check.
that was a 19.
Excellent stuff. On the passive, you've already won. Breach opens as you all running through. Watch. The final bit of steel and titanium alloy bursts, boom, falls to the ground. Immediate. Lasers are coming through as phasers and rifles fire off, and you guys start sneaking in. Well done. That is initiative count 20. Black Opal, you're on deck currently near the communication station, and Gibbon, you are piloting. On the initiative count 20 for the ships. Gibbon, you are currently piloting.
Oh boy.
You
Stop.
won't need to make any piloting
Somebody has
checks
to-
during this initiative count 20. You still have like your turn in this moment.
Take it.
But you will all be aware of the Ravaged is making a check against you guys.
Oh goody.
You guys start watching screens start glitching. They are trying to hack into your systems and just shut down communications.
They don't know our password.
This is not what this is just a true like we don't need to hack in. We're just turning it off. Still hard to do when you're not there, but unsuccessful check, so you understand that they're doing that. Black Opal, that's your turn. What are you doing?
Okay. I wanted to start on the cameras just to see if I could spot where.
I will say then for your action, because it will be a big thing, because going through all of them, make me an investigation check.
Gotcha.
Check all the cams. Find Taylor. I will have to make.
I don't like that you whistled.
Had to make sure I knew what the DC was.
17.
17. You do not see Taylor on the cams. This could be that the breach just began and we've yet to see people coming in, or she could be stealthing a bit, kind of like her sister.
Gotcha. And then could I? What could I do as a bonus action?
While you're thinking, Val, you're on deck with Dahina right after. Just to let you guys know.
I, for my bonus action, could I can't give a bonus action as a help action. No. Okay.
By my timer, that's been 20 seconds. So think about it, but we'll keep moving on.
I don't have anything, so.
No problem. Val, that is you.
We talked about how with my spells it could be reflavored as working with the ship, correct?
Yeah.
Could Druidcraft be a part of helping the Warp Core team if we have to make, I don't know, precautions against being hacked?
We'll do nothing for hacking, but it will definitely help because you hear that there are pirates coming your way.
Excellent. Cool, I'm gonna prep everyone. Everyone's in oxygen tanks in the boots.
Mhm.
Yep.
Cool, I sent a signal back up to the bridge. Cut the oxygen now. Everybody's in a mask.
They'll have to have probably on Gibbon's turn. Gibbon's the next one ready, who has like actions or stuff available on bridge.
And of course, with acting captain's permission, what are our phases set to?
Obviously, vaporize.
They're shooting to kill us at this
I
point.
know. I just,
All right,
by protocol, I need the.
Yeah.
No,
I,
that's
I,
fair.
I know.
Dahina, that is your turn. Gibbon, you're on deck.
It's
So
sarcasm.
you guys are sneaking
Your
in
emotions
through
will
this.
understand.
All the Orions have just started rushing past you. You guys are in this little like tube, so to speak, that can walk into the ship.
Right, so I want to try to make my way to the wherever you would opt for. I don't know. Would that be engineering or?
Engineering is it's either you go to a bridge of a ship, you go to engineering. Those are two solid critical
Let's do
points.
engineering.
Going to engineering. Go ahead. Make me an investigation with advantage. You know these systems really well. You know the ships really well. It's kind of like, hey, I've driven this car before. Let's figure out where I need to go. Of course, Sal is easily able to follow. Like, I'm not going to be
14.
14. You start heading towards what you know should be engineering.
Guidance.
You're not there.
Is the rules that they could hear me? Do I have to be there?
Guidance. Well, guidance specifically is a cantrip that you have to touch a willing creature.
Sorry.
That's why it's really nice to have. But yeah, you should have been there. Should have been there. No, you're good. Sal and Dahina, you guys start going in. A lot of pirates are going by. You see again, they're carrying big old turrets, getting ready to breach, start sweeping through the ship. As you move through, after some time, you think you are very close to engineering. You're noticing a lot less pirates, a lot less stuff going on. I will say for both of you, as you're moving now through, this is a free perception check. As you're invisible, you're stealthing, but it's let's figure out, are we being watched? Can we keep going safely?
I want to use my.
Ooh,
dice for
Do it
that.
with advantage, yeah.
Is it perception?
Perception.
Okay.
Nat 20.
That
Yeehaw.
was an 18.
Buckaroos.
You needed that nat 20. There's a gun behind Sal's head. And your eyes adjust to the exact same holotech that you use. Your sister has a gun pointed to Sal, full phaser, and just ready
She's
to
the
tell
one
him.
I bit her hand, right? Was that
Uh,
a thing?
No, that was a different person in the strike
Oh.
missions. Taylor has the full phaser just locked on, just ready to talk.
Can I point my gun at her?
You point your gun at her. I will say you have an action. Do you want to shoot?
Shoot the hand. Shoot the hand.
With a gun.
Am I good enough with a block?
I good enough.
Well, you're close.
You're
That's like point
close,
blank.
and again, all Starfleet have proficiency with guns. You all train for this, so
Yeah, I'll shoot her arm.
shooting the yeah, it's a non-lethal shot of like a weenie shot. Go ahead, roll a hit. This will be your dexterity and your
Weenie shot.
proficiency.
Shot.
So whatever your
Come on.
dexterity is, +2, and the d20 roll.
I'm sorry.
That did
I
not
mean
work.
more affectionately.
I know. I've never taken it.
That
as
is
an
a
Excellent.
fake 20.
Right.
Synthetic
A
20.
synthetic 20. Synthetic
as
20.
the D&Ders say.
That
You're a
will
D&Der
hit
now.
Taylor's armor class. Go ahead and roll 2d12 worth of energy damage and add in your dexterity.
Okay, maybe I'm not a real D&Der. Which was the D12?
D12, the
like a
smaller
shell.
It
D20.
looks like this one, but has bigger
So I'm not-
size.
Right, right. That's 12.
Easy way to know, it only goes up to 12.
Right. But I can't look at each
I
one
know,
and
yeah, yeah.
count and try
It
to-
looks
Which
like the
one?
D20, but the numbers are bigger.
Yeah.
Right, okay, so what do you
You roll this one twice, add it together, and that's how much damage you're doing. Because again, all phasers are vaporized. Everyone's ready for big damage.
4 plus 6.
10 points of
Plus
damage.
your dexterity.
Plus dex.
Oh yeah, plus dexterity. Because it's that natural, I'm the one shooting
10.
the
15. No, 13. I lied.
gun.
I
13, I'm
forgot
like,
what
woo!
number it was.
13,
No, it's like
you
looking at it.
immediate singe off of the shoulder as Taylor curses a little, just like, all right, I guess aggressive negotiations as she's gonna get ready to fight back.
Don't aim at my
Um,
friend.
Dahina, excellent turn as you guys are in heading to the warp or to the engineering. Gibbon, that is you. Pilot station. Would you like to start taking the action to
wait.
start
She
cutting
goes before you.
engines or
Engines?
life support?
Yeah, I'm like, why would I do that? Yeah, I'm gonna bonus action rage so I can have my
Advantage pilot
Punch
stuff.
yourself in the face.
yeah. Actually, no. My piloting rage, I'm just like sitting there, and if you could see my eyes, you'd see the pupils just like. There's no iris, or there's no. What's it called? The white part. It's
Sclera.
there's no
Sclera, yeah.
sclera. It's just
I don't
gone.
know
You
why
can't
I
even
know that
see
word.
the colored iris. It is just pupil. It's just consumed like my whole eye, and I'm just like stone still, except for any turns I need to make.
Keeping it on the because again, you got to keep it steady.
And then action, absolutely. Well, is it free action to check comms?
For action checking comms.
Okay, I'm just gonna be like, cutting air now. And then,
I'll say,
Can I make
Taylor
sure
hears
that
that
all
on your guys' comms is cutting air. Boom! Clever. Immediately, pirates. If anyone would see, no one's technically close enough. On the cams, you can see a little bit. Immediately, there's a
Suffocation and asphyxiation.
and
Again, if you're watching
Gibbon.
this or if you can hear me in
Excellent.
the other room, this is for supper.
That is bottom of the initiative. Fun fact: Taylor only got a 10, so you do all act before the captain.
haha.
Taylor is going to take her attack. She has
breaks a lot of, Geneva.
Enough. She has enough.
Future
War
damage
crimes.
attacks. All right, Taylor's going to start doing a couple things. She makes technically 3 attacks, so she's going to do this with her phaser. She's going to shoot Sal twice.
Ooh.
As gun was already there, so you like wing her, so it's like gah, and so it's not like at the head, but it's still that like quick adjustment.
Get that good guard.
Oh, but that shot did hurt her. That was only a 7 to hit on the first one, so that first shot poof, goes wild. Second shot, we're gonna just leave that. Does a 12 hit? I very much doubt it.
I don't think it does. I got a crazy AC.
She is very bad. That missed. She boom boom. As that shot hit, gah! She just flings her phaser to the side and immediately draws her vibro rapier. Immediately now turns as she is going to. She turns. Okay, and she's going to stab. She's trying to cut your hand holding
I'm sorry,
your
she's
gun,
got
like
a
go
vibro
like a
saber?
disarming kind of shot. That's much better. Does a synthetic 20 hit the armor class for Dahina?
I don't know. Let me look.
It should.
I believe it
Yeah,
should.
it
I believe it
You
should.
should be at like
I
know.
15.
I have it 13.
13. Because if you use shield, it makes it 18. So you know if she ever gets the 13 to 18, you could shield, but that technically won't help in this scenario.
You are a tad higher because of the suit. We have yet to change that in
And
your.
I do have shield spell.
You do. So here's the thing. Yes, your true AC should be 15. If you have the shield spell, that does increase your AC by a quick 5. So a 20 still. So she will still hit your armor class.
Meets it, beats it. So.
So, but you now know if she rolls anywhere between a 16 to 19, you have a reaction to go, nope. So she is going to come in and just kind of like stab your hand holding your phaser. Then it's going to be her sword. That is
This arm.
13 points of damage. Go ahead and make me just a quick dexterity saving throw of kind of like what you did to her. Is you hit her and did she hit hard enough to make you either drop the weapon or something?
So to do that, I just roll the d20 and add my dexterity modifier, right?
Your dexterity saving modifier.
How
The
do I
bi-
find that?
it should be right under the dexterity, where it's like dexterity is the bigger number, then it's the modifier, and then it will have a small little box of the big saving throws.
I don't know. It'll help me.
Gotcha. So what are we looking at?
Dex saving
Dexterity
throw.
saving throw.
Swip. Dex, it would be a +3. These are
Ah.
the saving throws up here.
Because you have a
Or
better.
modifier's a +3.
Okay.
So you don't have proficiency to dexterity saves, but it's still that +3.
And then I just roll my d20.
Yes, you will.
Alright, I got a 12 plus 3, 15.
15. Alrighty. You succeed on the save, so you don't drop your face. Very much that same thing of as she goes in, just like, I just want to talk! Ha! And just comes in and does that very swashbuckler swipe upward, but you are ready for it. And phew, grab the phaser in your other arm, slashes through. You are not disarmed. As Taylor takes her turn, that will make the Orions. They're going to start just attacking your crew. I will give you again. There's people still on bridge, so you'll always have a constant running number. They're going to make in teams of 4 their attack. So miss,
suffocating
hit,
right now?
miss, hit. They're doing it at disadvantage.
Okay.
Because it's not like they were all prepped for attacking, so before they can really do anything else, they're at least going to start shooting and then working on that. So already 2 misses. I'll re-roll the 2 hits, see if they still miss.
The doctor.
1 still hit.
Okay, don't blame me. This
That
all
is going to be,
over
we're going to roll
No, dude, it's
plus
unfair.
slashing. That is
You
6.
are still the biggest nerd. I promise.
2 of your
I
crew
never
members
get
go
my
down.
dumb action.
So out of the, minus you guys, out of the 40 crew you have available, 2 have dropped, unfortunately. Which is intense for only having 1 miss.
My
And again,
lad.
it's going to take them some time.
My lad just landed on a nat 20.
But you weren't rolling for anything,
Big
so
time sad.
I dropped.
it failed you. We are back to the top of the order with
Except for
Sal.
that.
Black Opal's on deck. So Sal, you've just been shot at, but thankfully
Right.
missed.
I mean, thankful for the bag of rats that I have because that only put a little dent into my
Pretty nice.
HP. How big is the space we're in? Are we
Right now, you're in a good
Overhead.
30-foot hallway, 20-foot. This is a big, long corridor to engineering where there's a lot of
Okay,
systems around you.
I'm going to hold on.
No,
Uh,
take
Put
the
the bag
bag.
of rats over
Put
the
it
head.
over her head.
Cinch the
and-
bag.
Cinch it.
Horrible.
That is
With the
truly
rats
something out of
still
nightmare.
in it? Did you
Rats.
take the rats out?
The rats
No,
are
the
also
rats are
in
in
it.
it. I always have a bag of rats.
I always have
have
bigger.
snacks.
Sal always got snacks. Sal do be
always got
snacking.
Sal's a
Just
snacker.
snacker.
And he's
Okay.
a snack.
I'm sorry, yes.
Okay, so here's some things I want to do. I want to double check before
Some
you
crazy
do.
stuff, yeah.
I want to do Giant's Might. Perhaps attack. I need to see if it's like bonus action.
You know when like
Um,
frogs
I'll
like,
check
Giant's
for
orbit
Might's
and they
bonus
just kind of
action.
get
Bonus
bigger?
Because that's what I has thwack.
For Thwack. Giants might, yeah.
And I want to put my bag of rats over her head
Hell
and cinch the
yeah.
bag closed, and I want to attack because I also have an action surge.
So Sal goes from already being big to boom, boom, boom. Just
So now I'm a large
beef
creature.
cake.
Beefcake.
You have advantage
It's kind of
on
like I
strength
flex
checks
everything.
now.
You know, like how lizards get all big when they're like trying to intimidate something.
Like the frills
This is
go up.
weapons. Here's what
like,
you're gonna
I
do.
Get, like these frills going.
Like scale kind of outward.
Yeah.
Sal, as this happens, you're gonna make me. This is a attack with advantage. You are trying to take your snack bag of rats,
Snack bag.
shove it over this Orion pirate's head in a attack. Which, fun fact, because Giant's Might, you'll get at least a d6 of damage, even though it's normally not damaging.
Oh, sweet.
Which we're gonna reflavor some rats.
Yeah, those rats like nibbling. on
Yeah,
it.
right. Like rats naturally bite things. It's kind of
Yeah.
what they do, right?
It's like it always bites my hand when I put it
Like,
in the bag, but
ow.
I eat
Yeah,
it.
but that's
So then,
expected.
the snack
Ow.
that bites it back.
Yeah.
Rats.
Bag rats. Go ahead. You're gonna make 2 attack. Or
So,
your attacks
first-
at advantage.
Okay, the first attack with advantage was a 19.
Oh my
And that's not
gosh.
adding anything. That's just.
A 19.
hit.
She's got to beat that then to not be grappled. I will say-
So that's a 19. What do I add for
Yeah,
the attack?
that's just the
Oh.
19 on the roll.
That's
that's
just a 19 on a roll. That's not
Your
adding
strength
anything.
modifier.
Okay, strength modifier. So that's a 24.
24.
So she has to beat a 24 to not.
I will
get
let you
nibbled
know,
at by rats.
Taylor's no slouch. She has a +3. She works out,
She's
Oh,
fit.
yeah,
right?
she
But
Sorry.
that is intense.
That's L. Sorry.
Well, because again, she could use strength or acrobatics. Her strength is her better score. She's got to beat a 24, and she only has a +3. She has to nat 20 this.
Mm.
We're not even going to box of doom this. On a 22. She rolled a 19.
Mm.
Not enough. As Tina, this is just a job. Let's just talk this through. And holy fuck! No, get the
Are closed.
God! I mean,
Like, rats, like, spin around.
like just this
Yeah.
flailing back. Just, what the fuck is on my hair? God,
And I'm
God!
just gonna pick her up and throw her.
Oh gosh! So you have full grappled.
She
Like-
pointed a gun at my head.
Yes,
Shot
man.
me.
So no, just back. You are going to suplex throw. Go ahead. You're gonna make.
I'm not trying to do lethal damage.
But it's
I
still
will
that
say,
damage.
But it's like
Roll
it's
with
like
advantage.
Combat, see the spine.
And of course, I should say, roll with advantage. You're throwing this pirate
And
captain.
You get the d6 damage
Oh,
And D6 extra damage wherever. I will say,
in Giants Might.
30
you can pick
feet,
whatever.
that's 10, 20. If you throw her to the other side of the room, that'll be 3d6 of just force falling
Right.
damage.
Okay.
Forced.
So that I'm adding strength modifier too.
Adding straight, yes. Still with
That's a
advantage.
17
Oh my gosh.
first. Okay,
First
yeah,
roll's a
17 is the better one.
17 still beats Taylor's armor class. How we're ruling as like just being that.
Mm.
And fun fact, she can't parry because she's grappled. Normally she's got, it's kind of her version of a shield where she can just use her sword. But she can't. Her arms are pinned with a bag of rats.
Yeah.
You all watch Sal. No. Singe. And as just obscenities are screamed, picks up, yeets across the room. Go ahead and roll
So that's
3d6 plus the d6 extra from Giant Smite, or what we'll now call rat damage.
Okay.
And a d6 of rat.
Okay, so that's 12, 15, 14.
Let me check. Is she resistant to rat damage? No, she's not.
So that's 16 points of
No
damage.
one's
Thank
resistant to rat
16.
damage.
Taylor was coming in
Snake damage.
for a straight up like, I'm gonna talk. I'm
I
probably gonna kill Sal, like, but I need to talk to my sister, all these things, and is in one round immediately horribly hurt as rats start biting everywhere, and she is pinned to this bag, and you throw her into a wall. She is prone for sure, meaning attacks at advantage for melee.
And I'll
Um,
walk over to her and just step on her hand. Not like
Not hard, but
not to damage her, but just like the hand that has the gun in it. I'll just step on it.
At
She's
the
already grappled. So
end of your turn, Sal,
grapple or more.
Taylor's for sure going to use her legendary actions.
Yeah.
If you weren't aware, she's got to use some of her stuff now. As this happens, she is going to start, and she's not going to, well, yeah, no, it's a big thing. She starts by, you watch, leans down, and along, she's got, like, knives on knives, like, strapped to her thighs, and, like, just in that quick, like, if she needs, well, like, throwing daggers of quick, boom, 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 boom. She reaches down, and you realize along her calf there is a set of buttons. She presses one of them, and she misty steps 30 feet down the corridor. You watch, I will say, you have insane perception, and Tahina, you kind of know this trick. That's kind of a one-trick pony thing. She's got a few of these cool spell tech moves, but they're one-time use. So she does that quick, poof, out of the bag, out the hallway, immediately looking, and you realize she is no longer playing around. There's no fun jauntiness. It's, okay, how do I win? Excellent turn, though, Sal. That was insanely good to just rip through all that health. Black Opal, you are on the bridge.
I like the way your sister talks.
Oh, initiative count 20.
Oh, did you want to inform us that she's now on the ship?
No. She's on
She
their
was
ship.
still on
They're
the
on
She
the
didn't
Ravage.
come on our ship.
Oh.
I lost
Yes.
the bet.
As if you had gotten a high enough insight, she's going to go wherever Tahina was going. She's been tracking Tahina and wants to talk to her, so it's that. All right.
Your sister put a tracker on you.
Black Opal, before your turn, you watch the screens kind of flicker again. Might be a couple rounds until, but they are still trying to do something to you guys. I will say, Garth is also rolling his, like he's rolling a post, so I'm just letting you know, like, if we were to do it, Garth is technically losing the cyber war right now, but again, we have many rounds before it might become critical.
Okay. Would I don't have any skills or anything to really help with this.
Okay.
But I want to help, if that makes sense.
No, help action, I will allow. If you're going to use your action and you're turning, like, sit with Garth, like, we're on comms, cams, let's start figuring out. We'll offer help action to Garth. So I'll say you can help start rolling with advantage his checks to get us through. Putting the rolls back to a player character instead of, it's a 20 initiative count, let's see what happens. For sure. That's a solid thing to do for like a turn. Just like I'm moving, getting, prepping,
Yeah, I just want to make that roll and try and
help
get
out.
that.
Excellent. That will make then Vaal with the Hina now on deck already. Vaal, that's your turn.
Okay. I'm wondering if so. You said that there was somebody coming.
Pirates
Has
were
anything
coming. You
changed?
did just hear a stoppage of footsteps, I should say.
Good. We're gonna keep holding our position, and I wonder if okay.
Because the gravity's off too. So they're
Gravity's
all,
off too.
Yeah, you guys are magpie. They are.
they're all floaty fools.
Not us, right? We
Yeah.
prepped for this.
Mag
we
boots.
prepped. We got them magnet boots.
Magnet boots and
I'm not
rebreathers.
saying we open the doors and just oh no, they boarded, so we can't.
Yeah.
Ah! I'm trying to see what else I can do because as a cleric, unless somebody is hurt, I can't do much.
Oh,
You can do health
shoot.
stuff.
I can do what?
You
Man,
could hold action stuff to like.
I could hold action.
I should have beamed the injured people over to the healer.
Is anyone on the bridge that can beam people over?
Black Opal has. You're readying to help with the tech cyber warfare,
Yeah.
and Gibbon is piloting, getting ready for other just like.
Okay, if
natural
you bring them
stuff.
over, bring them in.
If
Warp Core's
people
now
get
medical
injured,
center.
take them to Med Center. No, that's
Our
smart.
new med center, which is Warp Core.
This is a war battle. Yeah, that's what happens. All right, Val.
Then I will hold my action to heal.
Excellent. Before Val, your turn finishing, Taylor's going to take one of her other legendary. For your information and for any who don't know, legendary actions are things certain creatures get where they can basically take 3 extra actions after another creature's turn. It not only helps give more action economy, but it's to help indicate this is a legendary-esque creature who can do things that normal people can't. And you know, your sister is quite a legendary pirate. She is ready to kill, loot, plunder, whatever the needs be.
Get plundered.
Before she looks at you and just, I can't say a lot, would you just trust me and let me take you off of that ship?
Wouldn't it still be muffled by the?
Oh no, she misty stepped out of it.
Oh.
That was her thing of like, yeah,
So we don't have the rats
Yeah.
anymore. I'll pick up my bag of rats.
picking up free action. As
How many
she
rats does
says
she have
this
left?
to Hina, you want she reaches down, presses another one of her buttons. 3 copies of your sister kind of emerge in a triad around her and start circling. You know it's basic hologram technology, but it just makes it harder to hit her now.
Mirror image spell.
Okay,
Mhm.
this is L, by the way. I'm
Anytime
sorry.
you try to.
Mirror image.
I know. I'm being
But-
a whore again, guys.
Anytime you try to shoot, they make a roll, and if it's above a certain number, then one of the copies
Holograms
gets it instead of.
Instead of, it's a very clever like.
It's very useful to have if you have low hit points. Then you just
I will say,
toss that up and.
For
you're like,
Dahina, you're getting the vibe of your sister has a lot of stuff of imagine you in 3 to 4 more levels. This is what you could do, right? She's doing the same thing of I'm going to use my tech to my advantage and be an up close fighter and just hit. Dahina, that then makes your turn. Your sister's only like 30 feet down the hallway, easy enough to run up and be within range. But what would you like to do in this moment?
I would like.
Do you want to know what kind of spell?
You do have magic missile, which is an auto hit.
I don't
And
want
auto
to
damage.
hurt my
Hey.
sister.
That you might
You
have
can
a spell
clarify
like
it
sleep.
non-lethal
I don't.
damage.
I rule it is a D&D thing, and what I rule if you say it's non-lethal, if it happened to drop someone to 0, I won't count it as.
Yeah, it's like it's unless you say I am killing this person.
We did it for
then
our superhero sidekicks campaign of like we were always technically doing non-lethal unless you then said I want it
Oh,
to
I
be
do
lethal.
have sleep.
Yo,
And she is very injured, so if you roll high enough, you could.
Just
Honk shoe.
because it's about hit
Honk
points,
shoe.
not about a save. It's how many
You
hit
could
points
hong
they
shu
have.
hong shu her.
I would
Honk shoe,
love
honk
to
shoe.
honk shoe, honk shoe.
all right. Here's the thing: you can the term is upcast this, so you can do it normally, or you can give a upgraded sleep. It's sleep.
Upcast
You would
on
roll
shit.
five 8-sided die. If you upcast or do it bigger, you would roll 7 8-sided
Do you
die.
remember the metaphor I gave you about the different caliber that you can put inside each magnum? magazine.
I don't remember.
You're good. In a very
I
simple
would
layman's
upcast
term,
it, just to be safe.
I will do that then.
a stronger
Upcast
version of
means
your
more
spell.
dice means
More die,
chances
better
of
chance of
working.
success. Here we go. You are going to get 7d8.
78!
And the jokes we made. No more. We made it once. Here is all the dice you need.
I have
Oh, you already have one. So here's 6. Yeah. So there you are. Oh no. Here, I got another one. Just leave that one. Leave it. It's lost. It's lost. Okay. Thank you.
It's
Uh,
lost to
You
time.
almost dropped the
So
rest
go
of
ahead.
I'm so glad I got
Finding
you.
the one. See what happens. No. Roll those. Add them all together. I will let you know this has a very good chance of succeeding. Sal, rough day luck.
Holy
Do you
crap.
need a
I don't
I'll pull up a
do
calculator
Do you want math?
and then just say the numbers.
Okay.
Say numbers in-
3
3
plus 4,
plus 4
8, 2,
plus
7,
2
1,
Uh,
8.
bars.
Okay.
33.
Bars.
33. You keep them for now, because again, that
Okay.
was an upcast. You could do another upcast or just it's normal. Like you can do
Alrighty.
that again.
I could rough her up again.
Rough her up again, because on a
I'd
33,
love to rough her up.
Ah!
I'm fine.
I'm gonna start throwing dice at you.
You got anything that lets you roll
You-
reroll ones?
Roll out. It's basically you check your phaser, slam on a quick what we'll call stun, as boom boom boom. She kind of like winces a bit as it passes, but does not unfortunately knock her out. So she has more, but now you know she has more than 33 hit points.
Punch her again!
So it could be that if you take a couple rounds, maybe like quick punches, quick jabs, and try a upcast again, it could work. But you just know that wince is like, it wasn't terrifyingly close, but it's not like it was like out of the ballpark. So, Tahina, excellent turn of smart, like, can I put my sister to sleep? That will make Gibbon. You are on piloting.
I sure am. Question:
May
Is it? Am I able to access our artificial gravity, or is it fully off?
Yes. Right now, you're technically piloting. I would say it's like joint captain chairs. Like, can I sit in the captain chair real quick? And you're in because captain chair has access to basically everything.
Okay. So I'm kind of thinking of just being like starboard and then flipping it so gravity flips to that side, just so that anybody who's boarded
Oh.
is just getting thrown around, but our crew at least has like a 1 second
It's-
warning.
Suddenly, not only is the gravity
They all
coming
have
back on.
magnet boots, so it doesn't matter.
That's true. Well, I mean, their gravity would
Well,
still bend
it would
them
be.
one way or the
They
other,
would
but-
still need. There would have been a dex check if you didn't warn them. Like if there's 0 gravity and your magnet boot, and suddenly, whoa, suddenly everything's pulling you to the right. But that is super smart because 0G, there's falling damage. You are basically able to do
Hit falling
Falling
damage.
I'm
damage.
shaking
everyone.
them like a rag doll in my
Shaking the
box
ship.
that is the ship.
Shake them like a Polaroid.
hell yeah. What I want you to do then is go ahead and roll
Shake them
me.
like a bag of rats.
Yes.
Roll me a. I'm gonna let you roll a
Yeah,
percentile roll. Percentile roll with advantage of what percent of their crew are not prepared and are just gonna get thrown around. Because again, they've yet to hit their turn and start prepping for this.
65.
65% of their current boarded is a lot. I'm gonna roll their because again we've already 10. So it's just a d6, but again, constant d6s of damage to their whole boarded crew is terrifying. That was a 6. You all hear Gibbon just starboard, and suddenly, boom, and so like Val and Black Opal and people on the ship, you feel suddenly gravity. Whoa! Like you feel that pull to starboard. You're fine, but 65% of the Orion pirates just against the side of the walls that they were on. Hell yeah.
You're gonna paralyze a lot of them.
That's very smart. I will say you're gonna keep doing with his advantage, and it's just you're gonna be able to keep doing this.
Yay.
Shake.
I have to do a quick math thing actually.
Shake. Confidence.
65% of X amount of soldiers.
Exactly, and combining their hit points. So that's Holy crap! Really?
Arnar, clear.
I started watching H2O.
Really?
Oh my lord.
Uh,
It's a time and a half.
so
The
Holy
acting
crap.
is-
that is a combined total. I'll let you know of a lot of
That's how I
damage.
feel when I look back
They are
on,
all
like,
hurt.
my
It is a
favorite
bit of a
Disney
swarm
Channel
stat
shows,
going
and,
on
like,
right now, so that's why the math had going. Because I'm like, it's not a set number, so to
that
speak.
was bad.
Gibbon for sure pulling in some big hits.
Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
That's smart.
And like, I adore that show. It's the best.
This is going to be
Especially
Tayla's last legendary action before her turn. Her last special thing she can do. Tayla is going to look around just immediately. You guys don't know what you're getting into. I didn't know what I was going into. I'm trying to do you guys a favor. Please just trust me. Levels a phaser. Shoots a nat 20 shot at Sal.
Ooh.
That is going to be
Perfect
1,
Perfect tabs.
2, 3, 4, because it's 2d12 times 2. As this is just
You
a
don't have
side
to be
gun.
Barbarian again, do you? So, Al, you don't have to be a
Ooh.
barbarian again, are you?
No,
Sal
I'm
isn't.
not barbarian.
Wait,
Oh,
no.
no.
That's going to be 32 points of damage.
I'm
You
still
up?
up.
How many hit points do you have left?
I
Yeah.
have, I have 9 left.
Yeah. All of you watch Sal just as hard shot right in the chest. The only thing that saved your life.
From that thing on
was
my head,
the
the
helmet
stupid
as-
thing on my head.
This full thing, you have
Oh,
9
fine.
hit points left. Terrifyingly close to death.
Sounds just
As
so
she
character.
nat 20 shots and just levels, shoot, boom, barely up.
It's kind of like.
That was one for
slowly
big
going
legendaries
back
though,
together,
that takes it
kind of
out.
like how a lot of
With
my
her
pals go back
turn,
their
Oh
tails.
no.
Yeah.
What if it's just like.
she is going to
slowly
rush
goes
up.
It's her turn though now.
As her
Oh,
turn,
it's my
that was
turn?
that was Taylor's legendary.
Oh,
With her turn,
Turn
she
now. She has
runs
3
up
actions.
the
Thanks
full
for throwing
30 feet.
Legendary actions at level 4. We love
Uh,
the DM.
I mean, hey.
Hey, this is Taylor, the most feared captain of the
oh
rabbit.
I have a reaction. Stone room.
Hell yeah! Here we go, Stolen Rune.
Yay.
Um,
What's that?
In
I
Well,
can
that-
freeze her in place. She's charmed by me. If she
uh,
Those
fails a wisdom.
shizzle that.
she's gonna make her wisdom save. Here we go.
I want to get hurt with a break so bad.
I know, right? It's like, because
I
we
wanna
can
get
just
her in my brick so bad.
talk without her killing people.
Yeah, I know. I want to talk to
Oh
her.
my gosh. This is box 2. I will let you know, without meaning to, Sal, wisdom is the only score that she has a +0 in.
Hey.
I should have.
It's not a bad thing. It's
Every
not like,
time.
oh, you're not wise. It's more of that,
Corey-
like, she has so
Corey
much
is
else
the
she has
whole,
to,
like,
like,
I
You
know,
wanna
like
wisdom?
she seems very like strength dex based. I'm like, okay.
strength
wisdom.
dex, even that good intelligence and charisma, but when it comes to wisdom, there's always something. Here we go. She is making a wisdom. What's your DC?
Wait,
It's
the
a
space
DC
pirate
13.
who attacked me trying to negotiate.
DC 13. She just has to roll a 13 or higher.
Hey, what is it?
I gotta just move it.
Don't. That was just a bonus.
Okay. Sal, to heighten the tension without letting you know, I'm going to do what she was going to do for her rolls against you.
Okay.
Because she's running up, she has 3 attacks, is pulling out one of the knives on her calf, and is coming in to go against the throat, whip around, up against the underside of your arm, flick, and into your back.
Right.
Just that boom, boom, boom. Here come her 3 attacks. Each of them have a +5. 17, 24, 20.
Wait, 17, 24, 20.
Yes.
Only the
Guys, I don't
24
think she was
hits.
trying.
Only 24 hits.
Yeah.
1 plus. Oh no, that's 2d4, excuse me. So that's what would be 11 points of piercing damage. Goes through the throat, goes through the tomb. As she goes in to stab you in the back, your stone room, your eye flicks yellow burn, and on a completely natural 12, paralyzed before she can stab that final blow,
And she's charmed by me.
and is charmed. Hell yeah.
So if she's charmed, does she do what I want? She's charmed for a minute and has to repeat the save.
And you're coming up. We're gonna quickly do the Orion Pirates because most of their stuff is they are attacking with disadvantage, and they're all heavily injured and slowly suffocating because they need everything. So here we go. Only one of them would have hit your guys' crew, and with that disadvantage, already missed. They are just up against the walls. All of these pirates are being ragdolled.
Security footage of this.
Oh yeah, you see this, Black Opal. Like, you give it everything. Right, left, down, down. Like, just like trying. And they're being flung up and down.
Up, down.
Up, down. Boom.
Dun.
They cannot get a shot off and are slowly suffocating.
Okay, I gotta
Especially
know.
having all of their
There's gotta be
wings
Can you
out
imagine how
down.
terrifying if you can't breathe and are just being ragdolled in zero G up and around a room? That makes
That's
Sal
gotta be a gif at some
top of your turn, top of the order.
That's what you get for being
You are
a
charmed.
Maybe those stormtroopers were onto something by having helmets with oxygen tanks.
Right.
She
Okay.
is completely charmed. Right now, it's not that we're out of initiative, but she is full. Whips, puts the knife back. Oh, you're ready to talk. And you see whatever intimidating psychic presence Sal has as kind of like, it's almost like it broke Taylor's mind just for half a moment. Just, oh, hello.
Yeah. Okay. Wow.
Doesn't have legendary resistances, so yeah.
No, she doesn't. See, there's a couple things.
Yeah,
I want to
oh,
heal,
oh.
but I'm trying to decide how I want to heal.
Over the palms have somebody just
She's got 2 arms, right?
She's got 2 arms. Yeah, she's human.
Let's make her have 1 arm. I'm gonna eat one of her arms.
Don't eat my sister's arm!
Okay, no,
You have to
that's
convince me not to
as
do that.
Sal putting the
so
arm in the
Sal.
mouth, like, don't eat the arm.
Roll for persuasion then. 'cause
You gotta
I
persuade
want
Sal.
your arm. You gotta persuade me not to eat your sister's arm.
I
snacky
really
lad.
want
I'm
to
a
eat your
snacky-
sister's arm.
Okay,
Good
wait.
lord,
Fine,
Sal.
So it's gonna be contested.
Persuasion is
You
gonna
can roll persuasion against my. What would that be?
It would
And if you
be
need that,
Sal,
doesn't,
that'd be your persuasion as well.
Tahina have advantage on persuasion in
Which I
certain
only have.
aspects?
I only have plus 1 persuasion.
oh, you're within 30 feet though.
But that's only if I'm using my pheromones,
Right,
right? And I'm
yeah.
not using
Right.
my pheromones.
Exactly. This is just a natural don't.
Don't.
So, because it's
Please
persuasion.
Drop it. Drop
I
it.
got a
6.
Can we say that wasn't a real
I got a
roll?
6 too. So.
I will
What
say
did
with
what do you
a.
add?
Stand up.
Oh, you rolled this,
You rolled
Oh.
a 6. Oh.
and both have a.
No, I rolled a 5. And
I also rolled.
Rolled
a
5.
plus
I will say in this
Yeah,
moment it
plus
is a
1.
standoff.
Mexican
That I'm like
stand.
drop
The arm
it,
is in my mouth.
drop it. Ah,
Drop it. You reach for the spray bottle and realize somebody else has
full
it.
arm is extended in, and she just. Do you need me to look for something in there? I will say.
Gum it a little bit. I'm thinking about it.
Drop it, drop it. What do you have in your mouth? What do you have in your mouth? Spit that out.
Drop it.
Like
Okay,
my dogs
okay.
have like 12 chicken
another
nuggets in
persuasion.
their mouth and it's just like, all of it?
I will say, Sal, you do have action stuff. It's more in this moment. You could, again, being charmed, get
Just like-
Taylor to say or do
yeah.
something to her crew. Like,
Okay.
Get her to
I'll
get
drop
everyone
the
off.
arm.
Like,
And
hey,
use
man.
my bonus action to second wind because that gets me more hit points anyways. I just
that's
wanted
true,
to-
yeah. Because she does technically get a save at her turn again.
Okay.
Because, fun fact, she can't use her legendary actions for it because they don't. You
So
have to
that's-
specifically say, I want a legendary action to
Yeah.
break a check save, but
Yeah.
that doesn't exist.
Okay, I'm gonna heal for 13 because that's what I rolled for my
Hell yeah.
second wind. So it was my bonus action, and I have my action still. Excuse-moi.
Yep.
Speed of 0,
Um,
incapacitated in a dreamy stupor. Oh my gosh, she is broken mentally for another minute or so.
I have my sister come back to the ship.
Break.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pick her up. I'm still Giant Smite, so I'm huge.
You are.
I'll just pick her up, and we're gonna go back to the ship. And we already know about the gravity stuff, so we have our.
You guys are ready. Well, yeah, it makes sense. You would have taken the supplies
Yeah.
just in case you have to go back.
Yeah. Yeah.
You pick up Taylor over the shoulder and start running
It's like, you want to go talk? Okay, let's go talk.
In the brig.
In the break.
in the brig.
What's a
Holy hell.
brig? They have suites there.
Oh, she knows what a brig is. Come on.
I
Yeah.
know, I'm just
Okay.
being dumb.
Black Opal, that is your turn, or rather, the
Oh.
initiative count 20
you
before.
I
touch
should say I'm going to hold my attack action in case anyone tries to hit us.
Oh, smart.
Because
Yeah,
I'm just
like,
using my movement to pick her up.
so I can hold her, but if someone else sees us, because again, there
Yeah,
will be
yeah.
stealth checks eventually.
Yeah. So I'm going to just hold my attack action because I also have like the opportunity attack thing. But
Well, it's kind of like how
Yeah,
for
I'll-
Dahina going back, you're going to need another invis to sneak back onto your ship, all
Yeah.
that.
but I'll hold that in case anyone tries to. Not that they can really do anything floating around.
This is-
but
The initiative 20 count, we're going to roll. Can you roll 2d20 with advantage, Black Opal? You're adding a +3 to this. Right now, we're trying to hit a DC 20.
What am I adding?
3.
22. Roll a 19.
22. Hell yeah. The cyber war is being won currently. You and Garth immediately plunge with that help action, hacking into the Orion system, making sure they don't shut off your stuff, and that maybe you can shut off theirs. It will still require a few more successes, but very important right now to make sure they don't gain ground.
Yes.
There's no way to lose ground, thankfully. It's just more who can get there first.
No, she
Yeah.
didn't. So,
That will make Black Opal your turn again, but do you want to just, like, let's back into that held action help?
I am debating between two things.
Okay.
And I can't do both. I wish I had an action surge, but I don't. What is the probability? So if I was to cast Disguise Self and kind of pretend to be the captain of the other ship and be like, I have my sister, get back to the ship.
Box the Doom Persuasion check. Or Deception check, excuse me.
Okay.
Because that's possible. Be really cool.
Yes. But also, I'm going to beam.
playing the marshmallows?
You know what? I'm going to play it safer.
Okay.
And I am going to beam the
I always love
downed
marsh.
members of the crew
Back to Val.
to Vaal.
Swing
In the
it.
warp core.
Sorry, what?
I'm beaming the injured
Two injured to you.
to injured.
Done.
And just gonna say, basically anybody else with like a med, anything, because like you wouldn't be able to save both of them in one turn. So like if there's
So you're holding action for which spell?
Heal.
Which spell?
I didn't specifically say spell. Can it be
Technically should.
spare the dying?
Well, that is only one. But that's a held action, and your turn is next. Because you were already holding. So yeah, that would work.
So if it goes
Oh,
before my turn, then I could use my held action.
We've yet to get to your crew and what they would need for their checks.
yeah. So if you healed the one and then on your turn healed the next,
Yep.
then
You're good.
we
We'll be
don't
good.
have any downed
There we go.
members of the crew, and I want to keep everyone alive.
And thus, it happens. You beam immediately. Warp core. 2 people appear
Yeah.
beside you, Val.
I have 2 tinctures ready. One is going to
Held
take
action.
a minute.
And on your
Spare the
turn,
dying. Again. Into the neck.
immediate spare the dying. Of course, we'll want to exit combat and then actually heal them, but they will not die in combat, which is saved. Val, excellently done. That brings us all the way back to Dahina and Sal. You guys running through the ship.
Run.
Run
Run.
into the bridge.
As you're running back,
Holding
we're going to
Your
need
sister over my shoulder.
the
I could be a back valuable.
here's what you can do. So there's an important thing with your invisibility, Dahina. You have the option to, of course,
You're perfectly
spell on yourself. Oh, that is already a second level. 'Cause you need a third, yeah. I'm so sorry. I was about to lead you astray because it's next level. You would have the ability to invisibility 2 people, like yourself and another. I forgot we're still level 4, and so it's only yourself right now. So in this moment, you can use your action if you so choose to cast invisibility, which kind of auto checks you through a lot of the chaos that you're about to sneak into. what has to happen is Sal is going to be rolling a stealth check with disadvantage because you're a large creature holding their captain.
Right. So I'm rolling stealth at disadvantage.
Stealth at disadvantage, invis going off because and
just beamed you
but-
off the bridge.
Dahina, on your turn, beyond invisibility, is there anything else you want to try looking for or
Right.
doing? Because you know you're going to be going through that like tubing into your ship again. If you want to look at it, figure out if there's anything you could try to glean from this in terms of I've seen this tech before. How do we stop it? You could do so right now.
Would I? Yeah. Okay.
Because if you want to, it would just be a. It's going to be a history check. So that's one of your abilities. Is just under the ability modifier, like, so it's not directly one of the 6, but it's one of the big lists.
It's by stealth and
Okay.
like in that list. It's,
I rolled an 18 and a 14, so the lower is the synth 20. Sal's a big boy.
Sal, what's terrifying is again, you are a size larger
Okay. Right.
and are just
All right. So does
just
that mean I can add more to it?
That
Stealthing
means you
around
add
the
4
wall,
to your roll.
carrying someone.
and like
So,
not a single, and you know, Gibbon is currently
basically
playing
it's,
Pong
adding your
with bodies right now.
like
Like
he's like saying it over the comm, so you could just like easily jump from
So
like
Right.
wall to wall.
it would be a
Just, like,
lot for anyone to
Plus
not
4
notice a
plus
big
proficiency,
lizard
which
if
would be
they're
plus
being
2.
whipped into the
Plus 2
wall.
for proficiency.
So
Maybe they're more focused on them not
16
dying
total.
than.
16. This is a schematic your parents have drawn up. On a 16, it needs to be triggered. There's an easy retraction on your parents' ship. Is at one end of the tubing is your ship, and on the other end is basically the equivalent of a lever to just and immediate emergency pull, shuts door, everything off. That does mean, of course, anyone left on the other side, but for your parents, it's we won't be left, right? And if anyone's left, they're dead to us, right? It's like you don't have to worry about morality when you just don't care. You know your sister took this concept, improved it, made it like a prong attack to like grab ships. So if a person is on the Orion ship and can pull this lever, it's going to immediately shut down. The trick then will be, after enough of them are closed, you can't just beam someone off the ship then, right? Because suddenly we are back on our own ship and at warp, and so you could close 3 this way easy. The last one might have to be ripped off, if that makes sense.
How do we spell her sister's name?
Tayla is T''EYLA.
E-Y-L.
So you notice, and of course you don't have to do anything like right now. This is a first like sneak back onto our ship in the midst of a firefight. But now you know of, okay, there's a solid mechanism that we could use to just take down the tubing, but someone would have to be on their ship to do so. Having done that, Dahina, you have all that kind of in your head right now. I'll let you kind of ruminate before your next turn, because you already did the running, invisibility. This is like that passive, oh right, the tube. Gibbon, that will make your turn with
Sure will.
Tayla on deck, and she'll make then her first save.
Percentile die!
At advantage, of course.
79.
10 away.
That
Yeah, that's
is-
what I was just thinking.
But in the right direction.
And this is 79 of the crew members who are either up or uninjured. Like, there are those injured that are just naturally getting hurt. So every round you do this, it's more and more. Like, that 79 is a greater number. Basic maths of equals and averages. So, 79. Oh my gosh. That is gross.
Also, question. Are these creatures I'm hitting, is that the mechanical language that you would use?
Yes.
They all take an extra d6 plus 2.
You bastard. That's amazing.
Because it's the first creature I hit, but I'm hitting them all
Yeah,
simultaneously.
it's.
Hey.
I'm hitting you with something really, really big. A ship.
Yeah.
right?
Hitting you with
Well, it's the equivalent of if you ram the ship into. You can tell Captain McTavish, don't worry, we rammed the ship into the Orions, but on the inside.
Yeah. We rammed the Orions.
I will
into the
add in
ship.
that
Yeah.
quick damage. The Orion pirates are all looking fucked up and bloodied. As 2 rounds of this plus your crew just centered mag boot, so they've got advantage to just pot shot out of 0G all of these pirates. It's looking bad for Taylor and her crew.
And they could just follow the directions to.
Literally, it's like left, and so I know, okay, shoot, right? It's advantage. Gibbon,
Just
hell
sitting
yeah.
all the way down the hallway.
Taylor's going to make her check. Back at the Box of Doom. She's got to roll below a 13 again. That was a 10.
Freaking hot.
She'd... Oh, we're going onto your ship. It's very clean inside.
Starts drooling a little bit.
And like does that and like lean upwards as you guys are just running along. She fails. Here come the Orion pirates with disadvantage trying to shoot. One would have hit, but of course that disadvantage still hits. So I'm gonna roll some of that damage real quick
Ooh.
with the flintlocks.
Prince.
2 more of your crew go down. So out of the 38 members of the crew that were still up, 2 more security team members do get shot and are downed.
Man.
Sal, we are back at the top of the order with you.
Sweet. How close are we to the bridge?
If
Brig.
you...
We're going to the brig, right?
Sorry.
We're bringing... Let's bring her right to the
Right.
bridge.
Bridge, bridge, sorry.
Yeah!
It's close, it's
Yeah, yeah.
close. Slip of the tongue.
Thankfully, you're in a good spot. You're already in the lower areas. You're going to have to movement and dash action.
What if I swim again?
Oh my gosh!
I can't hold her
Dunks
breath for
her
15 minutes.
Into the toilet.
The problem is the double. It wouldn't
Right.
take 15 minutes. No. I'm saying like you might be able. Already, I will say, Taylor's already now in 0G no life support, so we're already in that like.
She's already
ooh,
suffocating a little bit.
already a bit of
I mean,
suffocation.
I can breathe. I have my oxygen
Yeah.
tank, so I'll just.
Oh yeah,
I'm
because you
gonna
can just
hold
hold breath.
Oh, good idea.
Yeah, very smart, very smart.
I'm
Well
not
done.
gonna kill her.
I would just want to eat her arm.
I
This
just
is-
wanted to eat her arm.
Listen, we're not gonna kill her.
She
But-
would have been cool. She could have gotten like a robo arm or something.
That's
like,
true.
I was doing
That's
her
what the
a
other
favor.
parties are fighting is the cyber.
Yeah.
Sal, you're gonna make me an investigation check.
Is
Gotta
it a
be
cyborg tomato?
A DC 15. Technically, I believe
DC 15
he's an
investigation
onion.
That was a natural 20.
It
Like
is.
Sal.
you can look.
Yeah.
You have now done 2 natural 20s on the most wild shenanigan shit of this campaign. for your
Literally
group.
shit.
This
Hey,
literally we go
Sal
from
goes
let's
for a
sail our
swim.
ship through. Sal goes, I swim, and I'm like, wow. On 2 nat 20s,
This
you will never
episode's
again
title,
have to make
Sal
an
goes for a
investigation
swim.
check.
I love that.
You know how to swim through the ship,
That
always
should be how
permanently
Overtime
doubling your
Sal
speed.
does this.
Because there is, of
For
course,
swim.
natural
Sal
aqueducts. There's
needs
like
a
crew
snack.
members that do live more like yourself.
So now
You
Sal
got it.
has a snack for the triple episode.
I have a what?
Sal has a snack, and
For
it's
the
like
turtle
very
episode,
cartoonized. Sal just conk.
Sal goes for a swim.
That's the episode of this.
Oh my
This is the
gosh,
name of this
Sal
episode.
goes for a swim.
Sal goes swimming.
Yeah, Sal, you immediately, and with being a large size, I'll say you can even take Tahina, grab, rush to the nearest
You had
water
some
duct
rats.
in.
Under the
Boom.
arms.
What would have been another turn where Taylor
It's
might have
probably
gotten.
clean water. I'm not.
Oh no,
swimming
yes.
through sewage.
This part is you are going through the clean aqueduct part. This is not going to a toilet, which
Lord.
because there's no normal water up
Yeah.
in the bridge. This is like in the lower decks of like there's aqueducts, the laboratory stuff of like here we go, punch open a panel, hop in.
Does the Confidence have a cetacean ops?
Yes, actually. It does.
Oh freaking
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
dude! Oh, what?
It's-
Sorry, that I got really excited.
It's very high end stuff. Your ship is top of the line. Like there's very little things I haven't put in the ship. Slamming into the aqueduct, boom. What would have been, of course, another round. Taylor could have broken the charm. You, with your movement, get to the brig. guess what? You're chief security officer. You're the one that makes the codes for this prison anyway.
Yeah.
Punch in
1469.
as the action, easy open, put her in.
Bonus.
Thank heaven.
Taylor is
And
in
I'm
prison.
gonna make sure all of her goodies are off her too.
At
her
this
goodies.
moment. Oh yeah, like
You have to
Like
show
her
the
grenades,
weapons.
like the weapons and the
All
guns
of
and
the
weapons.
knives.
I was
and
trying
all.
I'm cutting
to
her
pull a
boobs off.
subversion where you make it think like I'm being a horrible person again. But it's
Like,
like,
I'm-
yeah, her weapons of mass
Cut her
destruction.
what?
You just don't got that.
Cut her what?
Yep, you
Make
heard
her
right.
boobs?
Yep, you did.
Her goodies.
Oh, her goods.
I was
Her
trying
goodies.
to be like, oh, and you know.
I full on made
now
August.
it's
Given,
close his
shut
eyes
the
for like
fuck
30
up. What the hell?
seconds. I'm not there at all.
I know, but like the idea of
The
giving
audacity.
cut her goods off. You know, the boobs. I'm like,
We
what?
can
No,
immediately like, yeah.
because Tahina said Tahina and
Dead
Sal.
man.
Easy stuff of grab her tech,
I
grab her
don't condone
weapons,
that.
easy
Yeah, of course
weapon
you
stuff.
don't.
Yeah, right.
I'm sorry.
I don't condone.
Unless you want it, top surgery is.
Listen.
Yes, that is valid.
true.
We are
I
here.
mean, my
uh,
Chester's designer.
right? Like, listen.
It's Gucci.
We on the Nat 13, we support every single friend that joins our streams.
It's very expensive.
Here's what's crazy. That would have been another round with Taylor in the brig. We come out of initiative.
I'm a sewer gator, baby.
Super gator.
I'm not even
As
a gator. I'm a
Gibbon
crocodile
finishes ragdolling the entire crew of the Ravaged around, and the second they all have dropped and you all get the all clear of security officers, immediately you have not only captured every single member of the Ravaged, the captain, Taylor, the Orion Pirate Scourge of the Alpha Quadrant, as well as the ship, which is right alongside
good.
yours.
We are so good.
And all of our people
Strike
are
team.
alive.
And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Fuck yeah.
Perfect way, because we got to let the other crews
Strike
fight their way
team.
off of
Fuck
the
yeah.
other ship. Strike team, fuck yeah. Thank you all so much.
We have prepared actions to beam people.
Yeah.
We
oh,
do!
and that's
We
all.
And
do!
to send over that.
Well, when we're ready. Yeah, it's
yeah.
that.
What about the Orion? I mean, because we wanted to send back the virus to them as well.
Oh, yes, yes,
They're
yes.
all
So would we be
captured
able to
them
like
all.
do
They're
a check
all
to
on
see
our
if we could
ship,
blast?
so.
Well, not the Orions,
Uh,
but the
Not the
Klingons.
Klingons, unfortunately.
Oh,
But right now, it's more or less we just have to trust that the Alpha Shift and Bridge
I
team.
forgot that the Klingons were even there.
Right? No, there was so much of like, we just have to follow Klingons. Oh, fuck. Right?
All right, the
It's we
Klingons.
just have to follow this ship until either it stops out of warp, our crew stops them out of warp, or whatever.
But realistically, it's a 200-year-old ship. We're gonna be able. Warp is gonna be much more stressful on their core and on their engines
Oh.
than it is for us.
Oh,
Like,
we are going to be able
The
to
Klingons are
outlast
already
them.
on a timer,
Endure.
and they did take 245 members of your guys' crew to their ship.
And
And
if you
already,
think we're unhinged-
Nathan went, I don't want to be in this brig. Can I make a strength check to rip open the door? I went, yeah. And I literally am looking at this. I'm like, it's like a DC 30. He goes, it's a nat 20. I'm like, whoop! So already, Nemorum Herculeum just went poof, open into the Klingon brig. And so they're like, prison break.
Which is great because really the 21st
So,
you just
thank you all so much. We will play again next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.